I just thought I'd start off with some excitement, just start hitting stuff for fun. Good morning. Welcome to another Captain Mac live stream. I'm actually quite tired. I have had a terrible time sleeping lately. I cannot express how sick of this I am. I can't get to sleep. I can't sleep. I have been restless for a week and a half now, and I'm tired of it. Let me sleep. Anyway, good morning. Microwave, how are you today? Welcome to another Captain Mac live stream. Well, we finished God of War. That's done now. I do not know what game I'm going to play next, but I figured today we could play some Euro Truck Simulator. I don't know why. It seemed like it was going to be fun, so I booted it up, played a little bit, and I was like, yeah, this will be what I do today. It'll be a nice, relaxing drive through the European countryside, which will be a big difference to, the violence and killing we were doing in God of War. I'm sorry, there's shit in my eyeballs. I don't know where it comes from because I have not been sleeping. So I don't know where that's happening. But, okay, I think I got it. So yeah, we're just gonna sit back, relax, and drive a dang ass truck across Europe. And if I fall asleep behind the wheel, that's just reality, my dude. I gotta zoom in a bit here. Hey, how's it going? And let's play some video games. All right, this is my truck. I just bought it. It is my truck that I own. Microwave, I don't know if you were still grabbing food. I said hello. How are you today? Let's see. So I just downloaded a bunch of DLC for this game, which made the Europe part much bigger. So I want to try to get out into these areas. So I'm trying to head to Italy today. I figured that'd be fun. How are you, Microwave? So we're gonna take some plastics to wherever they need to go. Short day at work and now I have cheese stick. That does sound pretty good. Glad to hear it. And congratulations on another season of your epic podcast. I did listen to the new episode and I kind of agree with you. There's lots of stuff that I want to buy, but I don't know where to find any of it because no one's ever advertising anymore. I think I'm just slightly unaligned with this trailer here. How am I? I'm doing, I'm kind of, I'd say I'm mixed right now. I'm really good for the most part. The podcast is doing well. I've been having a great time at work. I've been working on a new video that's going great. For the most part, doing pretty fucking swell. But I have had terrible sleep lately. I cannot get to sleep. I've been restless every day for the past week and a half, and I'm so sick of it. I just want to sleep. I am so tired. I am so fucking tired. But I just can't sleep, and I don't know why. I have tried using melatonin to get my ass to sleep, and it's just not happening. And I'm sick of it. But other than that, I'm doing very well. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe the god of sleep is taking a vacay and screwing us all over as a result. If so, it's a dick move, because I'd really like to be asleep. Or maybe it's cosmically bad. I don't really know. What I do know is that I'm tired of it. Hang on, is the game kind of loud? It looks kind of loud. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. There's no music or anything. It's just the sound of the rain in the truck. Which are two sounds I'm quite enjoying personally. So yeah, doing pretty well for the most part, but that one thing has been souring my mood because I really just want to sleep. I want to sleep so bad, but I can't. It's so fucking frustrating. Let me know if it's too loud. It looks like it's a bit too loud, but I tend to think it's louder than it is. I kind of cut that person off, but whatever. I'm a truck. I'm a truck! You need to move out of the way for me, because that's how it works. I'm the big bad truck, you're the tiny little car. if you hit me, no big deal. If I hit you, someone's probably gonna die. So I suggest you move. At least that's how truck drivers in America tend to think. I don't know about Europe. Okay, that's all I need to know. I gotta not suck at driving here. I just kind of realized I had to turn left and now I'm crossed into both lanes. But again, I am a truck. I'm literally a truck. You know, what are they gonna do? Move me? It's not gonna happen. Fact check the landscape? I have no idea what that means. I'm in England right now. I believe we're headed to Denmark. I'm heading to League. I don't know where that is, but I think it's in Denmark. I don't know. I can't see the state or the country lines. See, I like it. There's an American Truck Simulator, which I also have, and, you know, that game's the same thing. You know, you're driving a truck, but the scenery's totally different because they started it in, like, the Southwest, where it's, like, all deserts and shit. So, like, there's a lot of, like, gray in Euro Truck Simulator. There's all kinds of, like, concrete jungle-type stuff around here. But then in the America Truck Simulator, it's just like desert for miles with nothing to look at. So I generally prefer to play this. Although, to their credit, American Truck Simulator, they've added a bunch of states like Oregon and Washington and Colorado, which look a lot prettier. But I barely played that game, so I haven't really seen those. I haven't been to the UK, but you're on the right side of the road. I am on the right side of the road for this country. But it's weird. It feels weird because I'm obviously American and we don't drive on this side of the road in America, but hey, whatever. There's also, just so we're all on the same page here, there's an option in the options to increase how often it rains. So I turned that way the fuck up. So it's probably going to be raining a lot while I'm driving today. Just because you know me, I love rain. So, I mean, I'm just making it more realistic to what England is actually like, you know? Making sure this is, you know, correct lore-wise. Do you drive, Microwave? I feel like it's more common in Europe for people not to drive. In America, it's like pretty uncommon for people not to be driving cars. I'm just trying to make it more, you know, immersive by making sure it's constantly raining in England. Gotcha. Do you live in the, I mean, like, public transport is like a much more effective thing in Europe than it is in America. So even if you don't live in a city, it's probably totally valid to rely on public transport. Here in America, like, if you don't live in a city, you really can't rely on public transport. And even then, like, public transport's going to be slower than driving in most places, with the exception being like really big cities like New York and Chicago. So I have a backup when I lose my ID. Nice. It's just a thing. It's just a thing to have. Totally makes sense. What was I saying? I was in the middle of thinking about something and then I just lost it. Whatever, who fucking cares? Oh yeah, when I went on a trip to Chicago, I used public transport to get around everywhere and it was insanely fast. Like, I don't know why anybody would drive in Chicago. Like, the traffic is terrible everywhere. But then with public transport, you can just get where you want. And there's public transport everywhere. Like, there's bus stops every 2 feet, it feels like. And subways everywhere. Or actually, well, they don't do subways in Chicago. They do the, I don't know what I guess the above ground version of a subway. I don't know what you would call it. I guess just a tram system. But see, my only problem with public transport is the whole having to share space with a bunch of people I don't know thing. That's the only thing that would bother me about it, is like having to sit next to strangers. Headlight usage offense. Fuck. How do I turn on my headlights? I don't even know. I think that was my horn. Fuck! I got a ticket because I don't have my damn ass headlights on. Light modes, L. Okay, I did press the right button the first time. I'm using a controller for the driving, but the controller doesn't have all the keys mapped to it. So, I think my lights are on right now. I didn't see a difference change, but my dashboard did light up. It's called... Metro is usually what underground trains are called here. The U-Bahn. I've seen that. And I've always wondered what the U stands for, but I guess you don't know, so... Maybe we'll just pretend it stands for underground Bahn, whatever Bahn is. Or I guess it's Germany. It's Underground Bahn. Feel free to leave the stream now if that was too offensive. I thought it was a really good accent, just so we're all on the same page. I thought that was pretty good. But this is nice. Just a rainy day out on the highway. I love driving in the rain. Some people think it's super dangerous, but it's not dangerous if you don't suck at driving. And I just love this. I love the ambience. Oh, you know what? I need to sleep. There's like a sleep and like gas simulations in this game, and I need to take a nap. I think I have to go over here because this is truck space. How is Luna doing? She's good. She's been really like needy the past couple days, like just always wanting to be pet or be what's the word I'm looking for? She's just always wanting to be around me. Like I'll come home and like make a sandwich, and she'll just be on my desk, like ready to like get pet or whatever. And like I have to put her down on the ground because I need to eat. I can't have her up in my food because she's so furry while I'm trying to eat. It just doesn't work. But good otherwise. Yesterday when I came home, I ended up taking a nap on the couch because I was so tired. And she slept on me the entire time. It's weird. She goes through phases. Like, she has, like, phases where she's really needy and needs to be pet and needs to have, like, attention paid to her. And then there's other times where she's just totally not interested and doesn't want to snuggle or anything. For the most part, though, if I'm on the couch, she'll be on me. She's a very affectionate cat. I'm very lucky to have her because I like affectionate cats. There is some construction here. I'm sad that the rain went away when I took a nap. You just gotta like, you know, hold out for the pet for you. I mean, I doubt I have to tell you this. You know enough about animals to not be a Dumbo about it. But like, when I was looking to adopt a cat, I didn't, you know, scoop up the first one I saw and liked. I went to the animal shelter a couple weeks in a row until I found a cat that I felt like I resonated with. And when I saw Luna, I thought she was adorable, so I asked them to let me like pet her, and like they opened up her little cage, and she immediately walked right out onto my lap and was like all into it, like getting pets, getting lovin's, all that shit. So I was like, yep, this is the cat for me. You just gotta find that pet that picks you as much as you pick them. It was great. Like, I had never adopted a cat of my own. Like, all of my cats had been my parents, and like I knew, because like I've had tons of cats in my life. Like my parents had probably 6 or 7 cats in total while I was living with them. So we've had cats that like didn't like us and didn't want to be around us and just hid under my parents' bed all the time. And so when I was going to get a cat, I was like, I need to find a cat that likes me. So I was very happy that I stumbled upon Luna. They told me I came and saw her the day she arrived, so it was just like a meeting of fate. Yeah, my parents had, well, because my mom loves cats, so like we had a cat before I was born. I had one cat that I had from like literally from the day I was born until I was 12 years old. His name was Jackalope. He was a big fluffy orange cat. Love that cat, miss him to death. And then we had 2 cats, Lexi and Blackie. Was it Blackie? I think it was Blackie. He was a black cat. They both actually like they stayed outside late at night and never came home. So like we assume they died, but I don't remember either of them because I was too young. So that's when my mom stopped letting the cats out after a certain time. And then we had Elaney and Webster. And neither Elaney nor Webster liked to be around us. They both just kind of like would avoid people, which was sad. And my mom was really sad about Blackie when Blackie didn't come home, because like Blackie like lived around the house that I grew up in New Hampshire, and my mom like kept just giving him food. And then one day she like brought him inside and he just stayed, so that he was our cat after that. So like she had a connection with that cat, and she was really sad that he just kind of disappeared. And then we had Amber, Tommy, and Wolfie. Amber was like hanging out outside of my uncle's house and like had an owner, but like the owner wasn't actually her owner and didn't treat her very well, so we just kind of stole her. Amber's still alive. Amber's lives with my parents in Nashville. First of all, dick move that none of those drivers would like let me in. And then Tommy and Wolfie, we got Tommy and Wolfie when we had just Amber. My mom wanted to get like one more cat. She wanted to have 2 cats. And then she found Tommy and Wolfie. I don't know how she like found out about them, but like we went to visit them, and like they were being taken care of by a family. And like one of the kids, like they had young kids, and one of the kids had recently developed like a cat allergy, so it wasn't like they were like trying to get rid of them. They just couldn't take care of them anymore, so they were looking for a home for them. But Tommy and Wolfie were, well, okay, first of all, let me talk about their names. When we adopted them, their names were Heather and Wolverine. Wolfie was named Wolverine because they let their kids name both cats. Wolfie was Wolverine because he was named by the son, who just really liked Wolverine from like the X-Men. And then Tommy was named Heather because their daughter, who was younger at the time, their neighbor had a cat named Heather, and so she just was like, oh yeah, all cats are named Heather. So we renamed him Tommy. And Tommy and Wolfie were brothers, but you wouldn't guess it because they looked completely different. Wolfie was this like black and gray cat, and he was such a big man. He was a fat cat. He weighed like 20 pounds, I think. He was a big boy. And then Tommy was like this orange and white striped cat. Sweetest cat ever, nicest cat, but so shy. He gets startled so easily. But they were brothers, and because Tommy was so shy and uncomfortable and like easily startled, the family was like, you can't adopt just one of these cats. You have to take them both. And like even though my mom only wanted one cat, she loved them both right away, and so we adopted both of them, Tommy and Wolfie. Wolfie died, I want to say 3 years ago now. Don't know why. It was kind of sad. He just kind of got sick, and like the day my parents were planning to take him to the vet, he died that morning. And we were really scared when he died because like I said, Tommy was like a shy, uncomfortable cat, and we were worried that he was going to be like uncomfortable or struggle without Wolfie around. But he ended up being okay. So Tommy's still alive. Tommy lives with my parents in Nashville. So yeah, that's the story of all the cats I've had since while growing up. A lot of fucking cats. You can see where me being a cat person came from. I just had cats my entire life. And when I moved out of my parents' house, I moved in with a roommate who was allergic to cats, so I couldn't have a cat. And I was like, you know what, this is whatever. I'll live with her for a year, and then I'll move out into my own place and get a cat. But God, it sucked. I hated not having a cat. I'd had cats my entire life. I wasn't used to it. Not having a cat is miserable. Cats are the best. They're just great. So yeah, as soon as my roommate moved out, I started looking for a cat, and I got Luna like 3 or 4 weeks later. Yeah, can't stand it. Can't do not having a cat anymore. Not a fan. That's Could you do like allergy meds and just like deal with it, or did you just not want to do that? Because I know allergy meds have some like side effects that are unpleasant. Man, when is it gonna start raining again? I got the rain set to like 50%, so it should be, theoretically speaking, like half the time it's raining and half the time it isn't, but it's been not raining for a little while here. Anyway, I believe we're on the right side of the road now. Yeah, this whatever country I'm in now, the road changed sides. The meds don't last long enough. Okay. That's sad. Well, you can experience all your cat fantasies vicariously through me and Luna. I think the sun's setting right now. It looks really pretty over there. With the sun setting, so I guess we're about to get into some night driving, maybe some night rain driving. That'd be fun. Gotta love me some night driving with rain, because then the road gets all reflective and it looks really pretty. I don't know if it'll do that in this game, but it's what it does in real life. I always send them voice notes about the cute cat, and I sound like I cried because my nose is so congested. Aw, that's sad. Why? I mean, like, I get it. Like, you know, Alzheimer's, cancer, they're like pretty bad ailments and whatever, but why is no one researching a cure to cat allergies? It's kind of fucked up. That was a joke, obviously. Really? I love it. I mean, like, I'm also a very confident driver. Like, I'm very good at driving. So, like, nothing really scares me on the road, but, like, I love night rain driving when it gets all reflective because it just looks really, really pretty. What country am I in right now? I don't even know. I guess I could look at the map, but that'd be lame. Excuse me. First time my teacher made me drive at night and I was like, oh God, I can't see anything. Maybe you just do have bad night vision. It definitely depends on the area. You know, like I live in a city where there are street lights everywhere, and you know, there's been times when I've been like out on back roads in the middle of the night, and like it is pretty difficult to drive around at night when all you can see is whatever's illuminated by your headlights. The nice thing about living in a city is, you know, everything's illuminated all the time. So even pretty far off, even if I had my headlights off, I could still see reasonably well. Definitely it's different when you're driving where there's no light. I remember the first time I did like a night drive. I had to for like my driver's license. It was like one of the requirements to like a certain amount of night driving. So my dad was picking up his girlfriend at the time, they're married now, from fucking the airport at like 4 in the morning. And the airport was about an hour away from my house, so I drove that whole way. And that was a bit scary because I'd never done night driving before, and now I was, you know, on a busy highway and for like a really long drive, but I did okay. It was fun. I liked it. I definitely, I mean, you know, I've talked about it before, since I'm such a fucking vampire who keeps the shades drawn so I don't have to see natural light, and I prefer to keep my room dim and all that. Like, I definitely prefer night driving. There's just a very nice, calm ambience to it. It's all, I mean, you could also call it like morning driving too. I really like my drive to work in the morning because, you know, I drive to work at like just before 5 in the morning, and it's totally dark outside and there's basically no one on the road, and I like that. I don't like it right now because it's also freezing because it's fucking winter, and it's been cold. It's been ridiculously cold all week. But, you know, during the spring, it's really nice. And then like when it starts raining in the morning, ugh. Although that also makes me a bit depressed because I'm always like, man, I'd rather just keep driving in the rain right now. I don't want to go to work. I just like look at this. I just like driving in the rain, or not in the rain, in the dark. Like, it's just so much more interesting visually, I guess. They should add like a radio function to this game. I don't know if there is, and I just don't know how to use it. You should look into that. Hang on. Be nice to get some like tunes going. Some royalty or some copyright free tunes that I can get away with playing. Nope. Doesn't look like there is a radio function. That's very depressing. Maybe I should just start playing episodes of my own podcast. My family was late to a New Year's Eve party, so we were watching. Hang on. I'm in the middle of a turn, so it's a bit hard to read. Oh shit, I missed my exit. Well, that just added a good chunk of kilometers to my drive, but it's okay. Oops, this is the one I need to get off on. Late to New Year's Eve party, so we were watching the fireworks from the highway, and it looked really cool. Oh, that does sound cool. There's just something magical about nighttime. I don't know why the popular, like, fucking opinion is that, like, you know, sunny, beautiful days are, like, what you want. Like, I don't want that. I want to be immersed in darkness as the drops of rain fall upon me. I don't know. Just play... I'll come up with new answers to his questions, and then when he responds again, it won't make any sense because he responded to a completely different response. I like that. I'm so happy people are liking the podcast. I feel really good about the podcast. And I had a good feeling it was going to be great when we conceived of the idea, but it's one of those things where, like, you know, I don't consider myself a terribly talented artist or video maker. Excuse me. I feel like every time I try something new, it usually has like a lot of problems the first time around, and then I can start to get better at it as I go. Like the first version of my projects are never perfect. But I feel really good about the podcast because I feel like the very first episode was already good, and it can only go up from there, which feels really good. How do you record the podcast? I mean, we just set up microphones in my kitchen and talk into them. I did have to fuck around with it a bit. The first episode, our voices were pretty echoey, because I had the sensitivities too high, and I had us both talking too far away from the microphones. So there was a lot of like noise pollution of like, you could hear me on Mike's microphone, you could hear Mike on my microphone. So when you combine those two sounds, it ended up sounding very echoey. So for the first episode, I actually had to manually like decrease the sound of that echo a little bit in some spots. But then for the second and third episode, I bought pop filters for our microphones because the pop filters we had kind of sucked. And then I adjusted the sensitivity. So we like, they're ridiculously insensitive microphones the way we had them set up. Like I have to talk like basically with my lips practically touching the microphone to be heard at all pretty well. But also it's unconscious half of it. Oh, did it put you to sleep? That's fun. I'd say the main thing that makes the podcast sound pretty good is the post-processing stuff I do. I learned a lot of audio tricks while I was making the video game music video, mostly while I was, recording my covers of the Sonic R songs. So I've taken those into not only live streaming but also into the podcast and into videos, and so I learned about dynamics processing. I got better at working with parametric equalizers, and that's the bulk of it. I use a dynamics processing effect, which increases the volume of quieter tones and then cuts off the volume of certain louder tones. So, effectively, it's not going to be exact, but like if I'm yelling and if I'm whispering, it's going to sound roughly the same volume. And then the parametric equalizer increases certain frequencies within the voice. So I use that to increase the sound of the bass in our voices. Like the default recording is very flat, but then with the equalizer, I can increase the bass while cutting off the really low tones that are just basically rumble, and then increasing the treble in the voice so it just sounds more three-dimensional. I feel really good about it. Like I thought I knew audio stuff pretty well already, but after learning what I have learned, I know that I was doing it all wrong for a while now. So now that I'm getting a bit better at it, I am very happy with how the podcast sounds. I think it sounds very good. Excuse me. Speaking of sounding good, I'm gonna take a drink of water because I'm killing my voice. It feels good because, like, obviously, as I've talked about before, like, my major strength and my major passion is my editing. Editing is the thing I do the most and enjoy doing the most and have learned the most about. So there's certain parts of the video making process that I know well enough to edit effectively. Like graphic design, for example. I don't consider myself a graphic designer. I have certain graphic design skills, but only enough to, make basic graphics for my videos. And it's the same with audio. I know enough about audio editing to make the audio sound okay for my videos. But when I was recording like the covers of the Sonic R songs, I knew I needed them to sound better than they did so that it wouldn't sound like it didn't belong in the song. So I learned a bunch of stuff about audio editing. And, my videos are profiting from that, It is a development. It's like I've learned this thing that I'm then taking into other projects that it's helping them all be better, which feels good. In an ideal world, I would just be good at all of these things, but I'm obviously not as passionate about audio editing, so I haven't learned as much about it. It feels good. It feels good to improve, especially like, sometimes it does feel like you stagnate or reach a peak where you're like, I don't know where to go from here. And then you learn something new and it's like, oh, good, I still have more to learn. Like when I was doing my gameplay videos where I was, just cutting up live streams and doing basically highlight reels, like I definitely felt, I started to feel bored as an editor, which is what eventually inspired me to do other videos. But like, I started to feel bored because like I found a way to edit them that worked, and I didn't really feel a need to evolve at all. So now that I'm doing videos that are like, the video essays where I'm having to write things and plan things out more, I'm learning a lot of like with each one of those videos I learn something new and improve, which feels really good. I just abuse my program and let it do most of the work. I've also been learning more how to become super fast at drawing. That's good. As a non-artist who's been drawing a lot lately, I don't know how people can draw such complex things in any kind of speed, because the really basic things I do, it'll take me forever, so. The video essays have been a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying doing it. The one I just recorded, oh, I'm getting very excited to show you guys, just because, like, look, after having cut down the footage, I'm like, this is funny. This is gonna be good. Speeding violation? The speed was... What the fuck? The speed just jumped from 90 kilometers per hour to 70 in an instant, and then I immediately got a speeding ticket. You gotta give me time to slow down, you jackass! Man, fuck the police. This is bullshit. Yeah, definitely, like, doing the gameplay video. Oh, and now it's back to 90! For fuck's sake, fuck that cop, man. This is some horse shit. Definitely I was getting bored as an editor. And it's one of those things where, like, I didn't realize I was getting bored, but, like, you know, you can kind of see it in my videos, like, I do less and less edits because I got less and less interested in doing the edits. But then with the video essays, it's different every time. So there's a lot more I can do with it, which feels good. The construction was on a sign earlier. Well, whatever. I'm out here talking about video editing. I'm not paying attention to the road. That's the cop's fault, obviously. Am I in France? I don't fucking know. Where am I? I don't know. I'm somewhere in here. That's all I know. I'm almost to my destination. Wow. This is a longer trip than I had realized. I've been driving for a while. Almost an hour. Jesus. These trucks that carry cars are really goofy to me. There's just something so utterly human about creating a vehicle that carries other vehicles. If that isn't proof of human evolution, then what is? Like, not only do we have cars that carry other cars. 9 of them, in fact. All at once. It's crazy, bro. Differentials cannot be locked. I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to set my cruise control. Exactly. This is exactly what it's like. I just think it's so funny. It's good stuff. Liege Airport. Where the hell am I? Köln, Liege. Are you sure I'm not in Germany or something? I'm probably not in Germany. I think I'm in Denmark or something. I don't know if Denmark is on the left of Germany or what. I don't know European geography well enough, so fully just talking out of my ass here. Okay, I'm heading to Germany. Got it. Dusseldorf. That's a German word. I know that one. At World Market, we used to sell Dusseldorf mustard. It was delicious. Tasted really good with pretzels. Whoa, gosh. I didn't slow down enough for that exit, but I still made it, so we're good. German mustard is very good. I really like the spicy German mustard. It is quite pleasant. Them Germans, man. They know how to do the mustard. I do like spicy food, but only to an extent. I have a really sensitive tongue, so I can't, like, go too spicy. There are these spicy ramens that I like to eat, and like, if you use the entire flavor packet, they're way too goddamn spicy. So I have to use about half of a flavor packet whenever I eat it. But it's so good that I'm willing to just do that. What's up, Kleinba? How you doing? Does chili taste like anything other than spicy? Really? Chili's fucking delicious. The thing I like about chili is that there's like a million different varieties of it, and they all taste amazing. There's white chicken chili is probably. You know what? You might like white chicken chili microwave if you haven't had that before. I think white chicken chili is not very spicy. Tastes like meat and beans. That's true. I might get hit by this car, but whatever. Shit, I might hit the edge here. No, we're good. All right, destination reached. All right, I'm not the best at backing up the truck, but I can probably do that. Let's start with straighten this out. Oh god, it's so dark. It's gonna be extra hard to do this. I can taste like one black peppercorn and I'm truly a baby. That's... I mean, I thought I had a sensitive tongue. You're even worse than me. I gotta pull forward a bit here. Oh, okay, okay. Did you meant... Okay, I was thinking of chili as like a dish. Did you mean like chili as like a spice? I see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this work or not. Definitely questionable. I think I'm stuck against something. God damn it. Okay, damn, I really turned this around. Too bad I can't see out the other window. Okay, here we go. I can make this work. All about them rear view mirrors, or those side mirrors, baby. Hang on. Let's pull forward a bit. Yeah, I was thinking the dish chili. Mike is like way into spicy food. Like Mike puts hot sauce on literally everything. There might be a video in the Break Room Nachos future of Mike and I just trying spicy foods and like going up the scale, just so you can see like how much I'll react to it versus how much Mike will not react to it. I'm sure Mike would love to do that kind of thing, so. God, I'm so close. I just gotta change the direction a little bit here. There we go. There we go. Put your trailer wherever you want it to be. No fucking problem, my guy. That is perfect. That is a perfect parking job right there. Hell yeah. Nice. Made a bunch of money. Bunch of XP. I should have gotten... I'm going to put another point into long distance. I like doing longer jobs, so I'm just trying to get as many, like, long distance jobs as I can. All right. Now this company has some jobs. I'm trying to get towards Italy today. So if they have any jobs that get me in that general direction, I'll take it. Nope. Nope. No thanks. Okay, so that's no good. If you eat spicy food a lot, you build it. You definitely do. I have definitely gotten like less sensitive to it. But sometimes it's not that easy. Like, especially if you have a super sensitive tongue, it's like you can't just subject yourself to that for the sake of being able to do it more. You have lots of tricks to neutralize spice. You kind of gotta get that. I just wish I was less picky of an eater. Like, I wish I could eat more foods. Like, people always make fun of me and like act like it's somehow my own fault that I don't like a ton of vegetables and stuff. And it's like, no, I wish I liked vegetables. I wish I liked all these like foods with weird textures, because then I could eat more foods, but I don't, and I can't help it. So I don't know what to say. Is there anything near me that's also going towards Italy? That's going further south, but not really towards Italy. That's just gonna take me back to England. That could work. What do you mean by weird textures? A lot of foods I don't like just are texture based. Things I don't like because the texture's bad. Humans are weird. I don't know why we have so many weird hangups. I'm trying to think of a food that has a weird texture that I don't like, because there's tons, but I'm kind of blanking. You know what? I'll take that one that's canned mushrooms. I do not like mushrooms. Those are definitely a texture thing. What was the job I saw? Yeah, spongy, slippery, can't have it. Not a fan. It's sad because there's like some foods that are like delicious, but I just can't stand to eat it because of a weird texture. Like where I work, we have these delicious like raspberry cheese danishes, but like the raspberries are all mushy, and sometimes I just can't handle that, even though the raspberry taste itself is delicious. So I'll usually just get a plain cheese Danish instead of a raspberry cheese Danish, because I can't do that. I can't do that slimy, gross nonsense. Yeah, there is a lot of Asian foods that's very slimy. Not into it. Wish I was into it. Not into it. Okay, we're gonna take this one. It'll take me further into France, but it'll at least take me more south. Well, let me see what else is available. I'll probably take that job, but I just wish you could set like almost like a certain destination for yourself. Like, hey, I want to eventually make it to Italy, so give me jobs that send me in that direction. I just want to see Italy, man. See that beautiful Italian coast. Feel me? $17 tons of rice. Jesus. These are starting to be worth less and less money. I should probably just take that job from before. Yeah, I'll just take the job from before. What was it, metal pipes or something? Iron pipes. Yeah, we'll do this job. Alright, where do I go? I gotta go pick up my cargo. Stop coming, cars. I need to get out. Just gotta find somewhere to take a nap. Why do I always gotta take a nap as soon as it starts raining? I just want to enjoy the rain. Oh wait, there's somewhere to take a nap right here. I should definitely take my nap before I start the job so it doesn't impact my job time. Truck's so slow. What is this? Is this a truck dealership? Garage for sale. I don't want that. Can I still sleep here? Or can I only sleep here if I own this garage? Oops. Come on, let me take a nap now. I don't think I can sleep here if I don't own this garage, so that kind of sucks. Kind of a dick move for them to put a sleeping icon on the map as if I can... Wait. Maybe I can. Hang on. I'm not sure if that indicator to stop the engine was to buy this or to sleep here. Did you guess? I'm sorry. I don't get notifications for... I can sleep here. Nice. I don't get notifications for YouTube from Break Room Nachos, so I have to manually check them. Hang on. Let me just check here. Here we go. I thought Mike and Mac are at the same age. Since I know Mac is a baby age, I did some research. Bionicle was released in 2001, and since Mike knows nothing about them, he must have been at least like 17 back then. So Mike is over 36 years old. Mike is exactly 36 years old. So great job. You were the first one to guess it right. Shapoop got really close too. He guessed 37. You went and did the research though. I'm impressed. Oh, is this a one-way road? Can I just break the rules and go anyway? Uh-oh. Car coming. Yeah, good job. My mom guessed... Oh, you know what? I think I said that in the second episode, didn't I? My mom guessed 27, and I was like... I called him an old man. Why would I guess 5 years older than myself? I'm glad our podcast can at least provide you with a little bit of rest. Hey! Why didn't I see this job earlier? This job is great. This will take me much closer to Italy. Take me to fucking Austria. That sounds great. Let's go. Maybe the job's changed since I went to sleep. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we'll have to mention it. We already, so here's, just so everybody knows like how much fun Mike and I are having doing the podcast. Like we are loving it. Both of us are just having a great time doing it. So much so that when we finished the second episode, we were like, let's just record another episode. So episode 3 was already recorded and already ready to go. But in episode 4, I'll have to give you credit for being the first one to guess right. I remember a little friend of mine bringing me to the train station and pointing at people saying, "Ugh, they are so old." And I'm pretty sure those people were mine. I definitely like the definition of being old changes as you get older, and like I remember thinking like past 30 you start to be old, but then like Mike is, 36 or sorry 37 and wait, fuck. Hang on a sec. Did I get his age wrong? I don't know why I'm so bad at remembering ages. Did you say 37? Or 36? You did say 36. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot that quickly, and then I had to like look at it again. Yeah, so Mike is 36, and Mike is like you see in the podcast, him and I like, you know, can still just talk like bros, and he just chills out. So obviously being 36 doesn't make you old. And then like people I've worked with who are in their 50s still act super young. So I think age is really just a number and is more or less dependent on how you act than anything. If you act young, you'll feel young. So I'm just gonna keep acting like a child forever, and then I will never truly age. Should be able to just make this turn, right? That shouldn't be an issue. Ooh, this load I'm carrying must be very heavy. It is making me go much slower. I just bought this truck. It's like the cheapest truck. Loan installments. Okay, that's fine. So I don't really know what its limit is. I guess I might be pushing it a bit with whatever I'm currently carrying. I don't know if the game would stop me from taking a job that I can't actually do. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it up this hill. Come on, you can do it. I gotta name my truck so I can cheer it on. You can do it, little guy. Little boy. My truck is called little man. Come on, little man. 834 kilometers to go. Oh, fuck. This is gonna... Hopefully, like, I mean, it's gonna take me a long time to accelerate, obviously, but hopefully my top speed isn't impacted at all by how much this weighs. I still want to go zooming through the countryside. $800 kilometers, god damn. My last job was like half of that and it took me almost an hour. This might be the rest of the live stream for this one job. Luxembourg. Dusseldorf. So many funny German names. Okay, so according to my speedometer down there, oh fuck, I almost ran into that person because I wasn't paying attention. I've driven 500 kilometers and this current job is over 800, so this job is more than I've driven with this truck. Okay, my top speed doesn't seem to be impacted too much. I can still go pretty fast. I'm gonna waste a lot of gas though, for sure. Being a truck driver seems like a cool job in theory, but I think the reality of it is probably a bit harsh. I mean, like, sitting down for that long would be really unpleasant. And then there's the whole, like, not being able to be at home most of the time thing. But theoretically speaking, it does seem very cool. I don't know why I'm in the fast lane. I'm kind of being an asshole because I'm a truck driver and that's not where truck drivers belong. hate when truck drivers drive anywhere other than the rightmost lane. Because I am a speed demon and I don't like getting stuck behind them. I think I get, like, the most overly annoyed over stupid things when it comes to traveling the roads. Like, there's a lot of things that bother me with people driving that probably shouldn't bother me as much as they do. This is a really pretty bridge, by the way. I like this. This is nice. Are the streets based off of real locations? I don't really know. I mean, I know obviously like all the towns and the countries are based off of real places, but I don't know if they've like gone and looked at a map to figure out like how they should lay out the roads in a realistic way. I really don't know. They look really goofy, the trees. Just because like if you look closely at them, you can see how the way they're modeled, and they're clearly just like two flat textures lined up next to each other. They don't smell like much. That's sad. You know, doing the podcast with Mike has actually awakened a lot of like past memories for me, weirdly, just because him and I end up talking about like stuff from our past a lot. And I was thinking about it lately. I was thinking about it recently, like the different sights and sounds of like the woods behind my house when I lived in New Hampshire, and like it is so different from where I live now. I didn't even realize it until recently. Like I just remember like there's something else I've noticed, but don't let me forget that. I've noticed or I've remembered certain things from New Hampshire that are behind my house when I would go exploring in way in the back. I'd see they're like New Hampshire just had such an interesting geography because it's a very mountainous area, so the woods behind my house had a lot of elevation changes and a lot of really cool stuff to look at. Like I remember I would just casually stumble upon a gigantic boulder that I could climb on, or like a small pond that like was iced over because it was the middle of winter, and you could like toss rocks in and the right ice would crack open, and it just, I miss New Hampshire a lot for those sights. Michigan is such a boring place to live. There's nothing to see. And certainly part of it could be that I live in a city, but like when I would go exploring in the backyards of my friends' houses when I was younger, like it definitely was never as interesting as what I saw in New Hampshire. I love nature, but I don't like touching it. I do love nature personally. I'm a city boy. I prefer living in the city. I like living in the city, but I also really like camping and like going outside and like seeing stuff. And I feel like a big chunk of that has died since I moved to Michigan, because Michigan is just such an uninteresting place to explore. The memories I have of New Hampshire are just so stunningly beautiful. I need to go back and visit it sometime. But then I think of like the trails that I could go exploring in Michigan, and it's just so boring. I don't get it. I don't get why the geography here sucks so much. But it do be like that. And the other thing I've noticed, so listening to the podcast, I get to listen to myself speaking very casually in a way that I don't when I listen to live streams, where it's just, you know, my stream of consciousness without having to think about it much. And the thing I've noticed that I'm now actively trying to stop myself from doing, because I get tired of hearing myself doing it, I say like basically every other word. Like I constantly say like I keep doing it right now. Like I constantly keep saying like before everything, and it's so unnecessary. There's no reason for me to be saying like as much as I do. So if you notice me start pausing in the middle of sentences, it's because I noticed how much I'm saying like, and I'm trying to stop myself from doing it because it's completely unnecessary and sounds stupid. Or maybe I'm just being self-conscious. I don't know. It's just like, I just did it again. Like when I just did it again. When I think about it, without saying like before saying when I think about it, most of the places that I insert the word like, there's no reason for that word to be there, and if you take it out of the sentence, it does not change anything. So there's no reason to be saying it. So why do I say like so often? I don't understand it. Just sounds new, Jen. Now, do you know what stupid shit I say? For example, as example. I like that. I would just own that. I don't know. It was annoying me. Obviously, like, I damn it. I just keep saying it. I've talked about before, like, when I'm editing live stream footage and I listen to myself, I do not like the sound of my own voice. And I do not like the way that I say certain things. So, it's obviously just a self-conscious thing. But I really feel like the amount of times that I say like in the middle of a sentence is so unnecessary and adds so little that it actively makes me sound less intelligent. Because you can just remove it from that sentence and it doesn't affect anything. I don't get it. I don't get why I do it. I think it probably is, like you just said, it probably is just, that's the way that us young people speak. But it sounds stupid and I want to stop doing it. I feel that my sentences will feel more deliberate if I don't have random words in the middle like that. I don't know. I'm just too self-conscious. We've talked about this before. I'm way too self-conscious about myself for things that nobody else notices, that only I care about. Am I slowing down so much? Am I going uphill right now? My truck is slowing down, but I'm still holding down the acceleration. Come on, let's go, buddy. Oh, you know what? We are going slightly uphill. Hopefully my fucking truck can make it. I am slowing down so much. I definitely took a load that was too heavy for my little truck. My little guy. Oh, Jesus. I feel bad for every... Sorry! Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to go faster. It's not my fault. My truck's doing its best. These trees look really pretty, by the way. This is different scenery from what we've been seeing so far. This is a very forested area. This looks really nice. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I wish I could, like, attach a horn to my truck that I could speak into and just tell people I'm sorry. Okay, now we're speeding up again. Ooh, fancy. We'll pass by Microwave's house. Say hello. It'll be fun. I'm going past Frankfurt Castle and whatever the fuck that other one was. Erfurt. Most of Germany looks the same. I mean, Germany's, you know, a pretty small place, I guess. I don't... Is it flat there too? I hate flat landscapes. I've talked about it with video games too, so you know it's more than just like where I live. I just think mountainous or areas with a lot of elevation changes are just inherently more interested. You're still a good way until you reach my area. Oh well. One of the things I talked about when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, like Ghost of Tsushima, they designed the map of that game to have a lot of elevation changes, and it makes it so much more interesting to travel around. It does take a day to cross it. It takes a day to cross the state I live in, so that's my frame of reference. I know obviously America's huge, but it would take you a full 16 hours to drive across Michigan, I believe. I think if I remember correctly, Germany's like a little bit smaller than Texas. I'm not sure. At least I can coast down this hill now that I went all the way up. Now to slow down again as I go up this hill. This load I've got is determining everything. It's determining how fast I accelerate. It's determining how fast I go up a hill. But I don't know. Like, Mike and I talked about it briefly. Like, damn it, I keep saying like. Mike and I talked about it briefly. Driving through Ohio or driving through Michigan is just extremely boring because it's just so flat. There's nothing to see. But then when I drove through Nashville to get to my parents' house, there's just so many mountains, and like you drive along mountains and through forests and like through carved out parts of mountains, and it's just so interesting and so cool looking. I just wish I had more of that where I live. Mountains are great. Climbing mountains is great. Driving through mountains is great. Mountains are great. They make things more interesting. I'm literally just coasting right now. Like, my load is just pushing me along momentum-wise. Okay. Oh, fuck. I was supposed to get off at that exit. Damn it. I gotta pay attention. I'm paying so much attention to how fast I'm going. I'm not paying attention to the route I'm going on. Jesus. Ah. How long until I can turn around? It looks like it's gonna be a while. Hopefully I didn't add too many kilometers to my drive just now. Aeroplane. Am I near an airport? I am near an airport. That's cool. They programmed in little airplanes to take off. This is a very cute area. Oh, look at that plane! Wow. Next up, American Plane Simulator. I don't know what it is about these simulator games that are so much fun to me. I've played a bunch of them. I want to play more of that train simulator game. I know the last time I played it, it was a bit of a disaster, but that was kind of what I liked about it. I had no idea what I was doing, and I kept crashing the train, but it was a lot of fun. And I want to play the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with like the Google Maps map. That sounds like that just sounds like fun. Basel, München, Stuttgart, Ausfahrt. Can you imagine living in Ausfahrt? Your town literally has fart in the name. Ugh. Watch that be the area that Microwave lives in. Mannheim, Süd. You passed my area? Wow, look at me go. I'm traveling through Germany. Wowie zowie. This looks really pretty though. Where's my rain though? Every time it rains, I have to go to sleep. My sleep meter is about halfway up right now. It's gonna start raining soon just because I have to go to sleep. Oh shit, we're going uphill again. We're gonna slow the fuck down. Oof. Sorry everybody, is there anybody behind me right now? There's going to be. They're gonna get stuck behind me. No, I don't have too much more of the hill to go up. I probably won't slow down too much more. Look at those clouds. It's just nice. Look at that train. I can operate that. I think I'm going level ground again. Okay, yeah, we're speeding up again. That kind of looks like when I lived in New Hampshire, there was this park kind of out, I mean, like where we would like go into it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But like the weird thing about it was like the bike trail and like walking paths came up to a highway, and then you'd be able to like cross underneath it. So that was that little trail along the highway reminded me of that, because there was a spot where you could see into the park from the highway, and we would drive over a bridge and see into the park before actually going out. That park was kind of trashy though. It was not very well kept. There was like fences that were falling apart. I don't know, it was not perfect. And I expect perfection in all things. Otherwise I become angry. Childhood memories, man. They're weird things. So many things from my youth that I've started to remember recently. Which is fun, because I feel like I have such dim memories of when I lived in New Hampshire, but I've started to remember a lot of it just because I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and it's nice. It's nice remembering stuff from that time, because I enjoyed living there when I did. It's part of my childhood, after all. This person might rear-end me. We good. I didn't get rear-ended. I love when that happens. Ooh, the clouds might be turning into rain clouds right now. It's getting a bit darker. Might be getting ready to rain a little bit right as I'm needing to go to sleep soon. Of course. Why not? Why would it ever rain when I can enjoy it? I want to just go on a road trip so bad. Just rent a van, live in the back of it for a couple weeks. Just road trip it up. Sounds awesome. Never done that kind of thing. Always wanted to. I just want to like start here in Michigan, drive out to Washington, drive down to Texas, drive up to New York, and then kind of cross through the middle of the country and then come back up into Michigan and just see all of it. Just a beautiful day to be out on the road. It'd be better if it was raining, but I'll take what I can get. It does look really pretty out here. I'm needing to sleep soon. My gas tank is about half empty, and then in real life I'm dying for water. So I'm just waiting for the next rest area to show up, and then I can do all that. Oh, it's right there. I just mentioned it. It just showed up on my map. Fuck yeah, dude. The game heard my plea and gave me a rest stop. Fucking epic. Park house. I will stop at the park house rest stop for a nap and a schnitzel. I'm so sorry. for saying the things that I say. The fuck is a park house? Or is that a town I'm in? Turn, baby. Let's go. Stuttgart. I have made it to Stuttgart. Where is the entrance? Here it is. Okay. Let's get the gas first, and then we can take our nap. Fill her up. I'm paying for it this time. I've been renting trucks up until this point. I own this truck, so I had to pay for my own damn gas. Then we're just gonna back it up a bit and slide into the spot for a nap. Is this my napping zone, or am I not in the spot? Come on, let me nap. Probably just have to be more lined up with it. What is Park House? I'm curious. Is Park House a cool place? How does someone not have online banking yet? Like it's this day and age. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna take my nap. I'm gonna pee and get some water, and we'll be back on the road. Oh good, it started raining. That's what I like to see. The rain sounds are indeed quite nice and relaxing. The sound of rain hitting a car windshield is very nice. I'm a big fan of that. All right, back on the road, headed to where the fuck? Oh, good, it's thundering and raining, or lightning and thundering. Hell yeah, dude. This is great. This is great. This is exactly what I want to see. It's getting kind of late. It's nice and rainy and stormy. And I got some fucking shit to deliver. This is epic. Goodbye, Park House. Ooh, it's getting kind of foggy too. Ooh, fancy. I have my lights on. Ooh, it's getting nice and spooky now. I kind of like it. That fog is thick. They're about to make you immortal? Dude, the secret to immortality is just online waiting to be purchased at any given time. I should probably be eating multivitamins. I had some multivitamins that I was taking for a long time and then I ran out and I just never bought more, so I stopped taking them. But considering how limited my diet is because of how little foods I like, and also just because I don't take care of myself, I should probably be taking multivitamins regularly. I'm defrosting a burger to make for myself later today, and it's like the third time I'm eating a burger in the last 2 weeks. God, look at this. This is so pretty. This is so much more interesting than driving during the day, during the like bright sunny day. This is awesome. This tunnel's quite cute. I feel better with my vitamin D and magnesium supplements since I've been indoors for 3 months. Yeah, it do be like that. I guess I have to count myself lucky that my job allows me to continue to go to work and stay pretty active. But there's a lot there, especially in the beginning of the pandemic. There was a lot of days that I was like, God damn, I wish I had a job I could work from home. Oh. I've been thinking a lot lately about like what I would do with my time if I were able to take streaming and making videos and like doing the podcast into a full-time thing. And I think the vast majority of my time I would just end up spending doing more videos and streams and whatever. But I was also thinking about like the way my life is set up right now. I go to work 5 days a week for 8 hours a day each, so that is a good chunk of my time. And then I come home and I live stream for like between 3 and 4 hours most of the time, or I'll work on a video for about 6 hours. So if I were able to turn it into a full-time thing and I was able to like live stream 4 hours a day 5 days a week and work on videos 4 hours a day 5 days a week, something like that. I probably wouldn't do it like that, but if I were to do it like that, that would still leave me with a lot of extra time. And to be completely honest with you, I don't know what I would do with all that time. Because with how much time I spent at work and then the free time I spend working on this stuff, I don't really do much anymore. I don't know what I would do with free time. It's weird to think about. I might be better off not being able to do it full time because I just don't know what I'd do with my time. I do those things. I guess I would probably just do more of them. I do wish I could cook more often than I do, so I would probably start cooking a lot more. I would read a lot more. I've been reading a lot of Berserk lately. God, Berserk, like I was talking about before, Berserk is super dark, but it's also insanely well written. I have just been enthralled. It is a brilliant manga. Very hard to read at times, though, for sure. I have so much I want to do. I want to watch so much anime and learn 20 instruments. I guess I just have to find more to do. Like, I would spend more time working on my Gundam models, I guess. I would read more. I would watch more. I would cook more. I feel like if I am ever to start doing this, if I am ever able to start doing this full time, I think I would need to start exercising, because if I'm left to my own devices, I do not go outside. I do not move much. I think I would need to force myself to start like jogging an hour every day or something, just so I move at all. I would not be able to sew my own clothes. I don't know how to do that. I'm not willing to learn. I probably would just cook and bake a lot more. And then eat all of it. I gotta film another Captain's Kitchen, man. I miss Captain's Kitchen. I watched an episode of Captain's Kitchen just because I was like, what was this like again? And God, I miss doing Captain's Kitchen so much. Looks really pretty. Can't tell if the sun is up or if it's going down. It's brighter over there, which makes me think it's going down or possibly coming up. I did just take a nap, so it's possible that... What the fuck's going on over there? It's possible that I woke up in the middle of the night or something. I guess, you know what, there's a time clock right there. It says it's 7:04. I don't know if that's 7:04 a.m. or p.m., but it is 7:04. I want to do more Captain's Kitchen. The reason I haven't done Captain's Kitchen or any other types of videos is because I've been in between deciding what to do with those videos, like whether to keep putting them on my current channel or to make a second channel, which at this point would be a fourth channel because I have my main channel, the VOD channel, Breakroom Nachos, and then I'd have that fourth channel for other stuff. Because I want to appeal to the YouTube algorithm a bit, and I think video essays are going to be a mainstay on my channel, so... I think at this point, what I've decided to do is I'm in the middle of working on a video right now. When I'm done with that video, I will hold off putting it out right away, and I will make the second channel and make a video or two to put up on there. Then I will put out the main video for my main channel, and at the end of it, I will announce the second channel and have some stuff on there to watch. And then from there... Anytime I'm not working on video for the main channel, I'll just focus on stuff for the second channel. Just, you know. That's what I'm thinking of doing right now. That's probably how I'll end up doing it. I had a huge spoonful of peanut butter recently for breakfast and thought of Captain's Kitchen. The main thing, I want to do a fucking cheesecake. I want to do a cheesecake episode of Captain's Kitchen. That's what I've been dying to do. I've wanted to make a cheesecake for the longest time. Do I have to get off here? Oh shit. The highway's shut down. What the hell am I going to do? Is that a helicopter? How bad was that car crash? So yeah, Captain's Kitchen will come back someday. Hopefully within the, you know, I'm not even going to say hopefully. Within the next month, I'll have an episode of Captain's Kitchen ready. I think one of my many problems is that I am a very unfocused creative. Car chase, car crash, maybe. I don't know. That looked intense. Maybe that's the prison helicopter. Oh, this forest looks really pretty. Look at this with the rain and shit. I feel like I'm going off to start an adventure in Lord of the Rings or something. This looks awesome. But I think my main problem, oh fuck, I have to go pretty high up that mountain. Hopefully my truck can make it. Oof. I think part of my problem as a creative person is that I guess I would consider myself like a super creative. Like every time I see something that I like, I want to make it. That's the kind of person that I am. That's why I have so many different kinds of videos on my channel, like gaming, video essays, cooking, card opening, storytelling. Like every time I see or think of something that I think would be interesting to make, I want to make it. And then like right now, like I'm drawing pretty frequently. And I've tried making music before. Like part of my problem as a creative and part of the problem that I know this is part of what holds me back in terms of like finding success is that I'm completely unfocused and I don't focus on one thing at a time. I'm always trying to make new things or always trying to learn how to make new things instead of just sticking to one thing. So, you know, if I were to just stick strictly to making video essays, if I was to cut off making everything else, I could probably get like a video essay out every month or so, and I'm sure I would, you know, find a more dedicated audience doing that kind of thing, but I also don't think it would be as fun. So I don't want to do that. How else just finding good stuff? You are right about that, but I don't know, I feel like the fact that I'm so unwilling to commit to one medium is part of what holds me back. It doesn't bother me, it's just something that I've noticed recently. I think my inability to focus on one thing at a time stops me from being able to truly excel in any one thing. But, you know, I'm not going to stop doing that because that's what I like doing. This area is really pretty. I'm really enjoying this extremely slow drive up this mountain because my truck can't handle the weight. But this looks really pretty. I like being that way though. I like that I'm constantly I like that I want to make everything. And I do want to make everything. I want to be a good artist. I probably won't pursue that too much because it's just not something I'm as passionate about as video stuff. But like basically every time I see a cool video, I'm like, I wonder if I could make a video like that. And then I sometimes that turns into me actually doing it, and that's when we get new types of videos on the channel. Because it's just the kind of person I am. I want to make everything. Oh my god. I feel so... There's so many people behind me. Just waiting for my slow ass to get up this stupid hill. Whatever, at least we can really enjoy the sights. I can like look down the mountain. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, I love that. I don't know much about the video world and YouTube, but I know channels that speak about lots of things. But what keeps it all together is a personality. I feel like that with your channel. Definitely, I feel like I have that as a strong suit. There are a lot of channels, especially like the Fortnite stuff. Like a lot of channels blew up during like when Fortnite was popular, and now like people only watch their videos for Fortnite, and now that Fortnite is dying, their channels are dying because they didn't manage to capture them with their personality. I have always tried to make my channel about my I've always tried to make the channel about my own personality. Like the things that I talk about are things that I'm interested in, and I always put my own spin on it. Or when I play games, like the improvisation comes from me, so that's my personality too. So definitely my channel is like a personality based one, which I think is a good thing for sure. And it's good for like constant channel growth. Like if I ever do start to, you know, take off or whatever, like that, it won't die down because whatever I'm making stops being popular. People will stick around because of because they enjoy whatever I'm doing, right? Which is a good thing. But it's definitely hard to find that base, like, viewership when your channel is so unfocused. Like, if someone becomes interested in one particular kind of video from me, they aren't going to get a lot of that kind of video because I make so many different kinds of videos. I'm starting to speed up now. Sorry, everybody. There's a cute Mini Cooper back there. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody. And definitely, like, that's part of why I'm considering making, like, that fourth channel. Is just because YouTube does not like variety channels. They like channels that are consistent. So if I make that third channel, fourth channel, whatever you want to call it, that I can post whatever I want to, that I can continue making whatever I want while still having that main focus on my main channel. That's kind of what I want, because I don't want to stop making different kinds of videos, but I know YouTube doesn't like variety. It sucks so much with YouTube, because you want them to be honest with you about what the YouTube algorithm wants. You want them to tell you, like, hey, what am I allowed to and not allowed to do in terms of my videos being seen. But they also can't tell people what their algorithm is, because then people will take advantage of it, and it sucks. Has it really? That sucks. I don't check into Instagram as much as I used to. I used to really be really obsessed with Instagram, but I hardly even go on it anymore. Instagram's algorithm is fucking garbage. I'm so tired of it. Like, it doesn't matter how many times people I follow will post in a day. I only ever get shown like 4 posts in a day, because they just pick and choose what I'm allowed to see. It's so garbage. I don't know why it's so much to ask of all these companies to just show me what I subscribe to, right? Like, Twitter and Instagram all like will not, Twitter and Instagram and you know, they won't show you everything that someone you follow posts. They will show you every other post or every third post, and it's so frustrating. It's like, I follow these people because I want to see what they're tweeting about, because I want to see whatever photos they're posting, and you're gatekeeping what I'm allowed to see. Why do you do that? I understand that, like, from their perspective it's better for engagement, but for me it's so fucking frustrating. The algorithm doesn't reward good content, they punish inactivity. That's not too shocking. YouTube was doing that for a really long time. They've kind of backtracked on that recently, but you know, back in the day, you know, animation was huge on YouTube. But then YouTube started prioritizing things that got more watch time versus more views. Animations got tons of views, but they didn't get a lot of watch time because they'd be like 2 minutes long and they'd take like 2 months to make. So when YouTube switched over to watch time, gaming blew up because you can pump out a 10-minute gaming video every day super easily, and animation fucking died. And it's like you killed people's careers for the sake of money. And it's so frustrating because they're basing it off of what the mass majority wants to see versus what you as an individual wants to see. I do feel like YouTube has backtracked on that a little bit. I've seen over the past few months, like, long form content is made a huge return, which is very cool. It's so frustrating. I feel so bad for animators because, like, animators were huge back in the day, and it was so cool to see everything that came out of that. But then, like, so many of these animators do other things now, like Egoraptor, Aaron Hansen. He does Game Grumps now, and he has like a card opening channel, but he virtually never animates. And then Rubber Ross also is more of a Twitch streamer now than he is an animator, and he used to make really incredible animations. Chris O'Neill used to be a huge animator, now does Let's Plays. It's like all these animators had to find other work in order to continue working in a creative field, and that just sucks. Feel bad for those hoes. It's just a double-edged sword too, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm certain that YouTube does whatever they think will please the most people, but that just has the unfortunate backfire. Like, every time they start to promote a certain kind of content, they kill another kind. There's no good way to do it. And like I said, they can't just tell people what they're doing, because then there are people out there who would take advantage of the algorithm to make their videos whatever the algorithm wants. And then they'd have to change the algorithm again. So there's just no good way to do it. It just sucks to be in their position, but I don't know if I can say whether or not they handle it right, because I've only ever seen them handle it the one way, and I don't like it. The internet is stupid. We should just turn off the internet for a few days. Just see what everyone does if it's off for a bit. They are so crappy because they make they make the platform worse for everybody. It sucks to see people who work genuinely hard on their content be pushed to the side for these channels that are just chasing a number. All them Paul brothers, so bullshit. We can even just turn off the internet just to see what people would do. Like, how many people who are obsessed with the internet would realize they don't need it and stop using it if they just didn't have access to it for like 3 days, you know? Just turn off the internet for like a week. See what changes come of it. There's a really funny bit on the Eric Andre show. Hannibal was like talking to a guest and he was like, I think we should just stop making movies for like a year, because there's all these movies I haven't seen, but then new ones keep coming out, so how am I ever going to catch up on what I haven't seen if there's all these new movies all the time? It's like, yeah, let's just stop making videos for a year, then everyone can catch up on the videos they haven't seen. Everyone can catch up on whatever content they wanted to and haven't gotten around to. Be awesome. There's just such an oversaturation with movies, and there's so little life left in like the creative side of it. Like, God, there's so many movies that get pumped out and just suck, and I don't know why. I mean, I know why, because they still make money, but it's just I don't know how you can feel good as a creative making something that makes money but isn't good, you know? I wouldn't want to make something that does well but sucks. I would not want to make the Emoji Movie. Massive success, but creatively bankrupt. I can't imagine being an animator working on a garbage movie like that. Knowing full well you will get paid for it. Our customer expects the delivery very soon. Well, I'm still like 300 kilometers away, so they're gonna have to suck it up. How much, when do they need this delivery by? I had to stop and sleep at some point. I can't just get there magically. They want it by Saturday at 9:22 at the earliest. And it is currently Saturday at 11:42. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely running late. I've got about 2 hours before I'm over, and I've got about 3 hours left of driving, so that kind of sucks. I'm gonna be late on this delivery, but whatever. Emoji Movie is a fucking travesty. I can't believe anybody felt okay making that. I've never seen it. I refuse to engage with it. I refuse to give that movie money, but all the reviews of it I've seen have been like, yeah, this isn't actually a movie. It's just a bunch of advertisements. It's like, how can you feel okay making that? How was I supposed to get this job done in time? Like, I'm about to need to sleep again, so that's possibly like 2 times I needed to sleep in the middle of this job. How would I have ever gotten this done on time? I guess my truck was going very slow because of the whole, you know, it being small and this load being big thing. But I can't stop and sleep because I gotta get this delivery done. I had to pass this truck. I'd love to get like a steering wheel apparatus to connect to this game so I could like actually like turn a wheel, but those things cost so much and are not worth it. Like $200 to buy a steering wheel to connect to your computer to play these kinds of games, and like that'd be cool, but I wouldn't use it enough to warrant that kind of cost. I really don't like this music it's playing to tell me how late I am. I really wish it would just let me drive. Can I turn off this music? Maybe it's in gameplay. I don't know how to turn it off. Maybe I can't. God, this looks pretty. The road all slick with the rain. And the rain droplets all over my windshield. I'm a big fan. I don't know if I made it clear or not that I like rain, but I'm a big fan of this. Whoa! 500 bits just for me? That's so sweet of you. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you, Microwave. Thank you so much. Getting paid is very epic. Thank you. That's so sweet. Buy some Doritos. I will do that. What's your favorite kind of Dorito, or do you not eat Doritos? I don't know. There's like the sweet, spicy chili Doritos. Obviously, I really doubt you eat those because they're spicy, but I really love those. I used to be way into the nacho cheese Doritos, but I think I ate them too much. I got like way sick of them. What? Are there no Doritos in Germany? That's some bullshit. That's worse than the I was gonna say that's worse than the fact that Nazis came out of Germany, but I'm not gonna make that joke. That's too fucked up. Am I about to run into this person? No, we're good. I mean, I guess I still said the joke, but I also acknowledged before I said it that it was a fucked up joke, and I don't agree with it, so. I hit that bump. For sure. Definitely, a bit of a hot take, I know, but I definitely think a lack of Doritos is not as bad as Nazis existing. I think I'm about to be late on this job. I only have like 100 kilometers left to go. It was something like 13 o'clock was the cutoff, so definitely this is going to be a late delivery, but it is what it is. My little truck can't handle this kind of load. I should look into how heavy this load is so I know not to take loads this heavy again. This looks so fucking pretty. Ah! This game has like such low poly trees and like it's not that impressive graphically, but I just really enjoy these landscapes. It's so pretty. You ate your first Oreo when you were 16? Are those not available in Germany either? What the hell's going on in that place? Oreos are okay. I kind of got sick of them. I do really like them, but I kind of got sick of them. The mint Oreos are really good though. Big fan of those still. You didn't know what they were? Well, I'm more weirded out that you somehow reached 16 without finding out what an Oreo was. How does that happen? They're talked about all the time. Dude, look at this fucking beachside village. That looks fucking great. I want to live there. The hell? Look at that mountain. This place is beautiful. I'm not sure what kind of landscapes I'll be seeing as we keep going, because I'm headed for Italy, and I don't know if Italy's a terribly mountainous region. There's a lot of water though. That'll be nice to look at. You have to pass mountains to get to Italy? Nice. That's what I like to hear. I really like, just because I'm thinking about this now, I really like the classic like German, God, I keep saying like so much. I really enjoy the German, like the classic German architecture, like Oktoberfest shit. I live in Michigan. There's a town called Frankfurt, which is a very German region, and it's more of like a tourist attraction than it is a town. But they have like very classic German architecture there, and it's very cool to look at. I used to go to this camp in Italy, and it took us 8 hours in the bus, and the ride there I felt like forever, but the ride back felt like a blink of an eye. Sometimes it is like that. Personally, like I've always been a, you know, the journey's more fun than the destination kind of guy in a lot of situations. Like sometimes I enjoy traveling to a vacation spot more than I enjoy being at a vacation spot. It's especially dependent on like the kind of transportation we're using. I know I'm weird for this. I really enjoy plane rides. I really enjoy going on a plane. I know a lot of people hate it, but I for one love it. So sometimes, like if I have to take a plane somewhere, which I haven't had to do for years, I'll enjoy the plane ride more than the actual place I get to. My guy keeps yawning because I didn't stop to take a nap because these jackasses want their load at the expense of my health. Look at that. Look at that little plateau with the, like, fucking castle on it. What is that? That looks awesome. I better not try to park this load. I better just give it to them. They're not going to want to wait for me to park. I can't see the light. I don't know when it's going to turn green. I'm relying on the cars next to me. European architecture is just so interesting. Like, I love, like, the castles. I love just the old buildings. They're just so cool to look at. American, or, like, the old American architecture is just so uninteresting because, like, colonial buildings were just, like, shitty log cabins, and they're just so ugly. Like, you go to, like, historical areas in America, and it's all the same shit. And it's all so ugly. I hate it. I hate America. Alright, I was a bit late, but... I lost $2,000 off of that job because I was late? I wasn't even that late. I was like an hour late. Yeah, I was an hour late. They took $2,000 off my reward? That's bullshit. Excuse me. How fucking dare you? No, not quick job. That's not what I want. All right, gotta head towards Italy. God, none of these are near where I am. I wish there was a way to sort by, like, jobs that are near me. Aha! This will take me into Italy. Perfect. Oh wait, but that job might not be available anymore. Because I need to sleep. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll still have that job available. Oh, I can get some maintenance done too. I don't know if my truck has taken any damage. I don't think I've hit anything, but I'll check. Look at this town. This is beautiful. This is an adorable little town. I want to live here. This place looks great. Look at this. Fuck you, guy. What the hell? What the hell is that guy doing? You can't just turn left in front of somebody. Oh, look at this place. This is adorable. Fuck, I want to move here. What the hell? I know you're sleepy, buddy. We're trying to find somewhere to nap. The city's great. I'm a big fan of this place. I want to live here. I would be interested in living in Europe. It's just so expensive to like emigrate anywhere. It's so hard to do. All right, nap completed. I'd love to live somewhere like England because I know England's cold, but it's also rainy, and I like rain. Salzburg feels quaint. I don't know if they based this on actual Salzburg, but it feels very quaint. And I'm gonna go see if my truck needs any maintenance. I don't think it will, but... I don't know. I'd like to live in a lot of different places. I'd like to live near all the big cities in America, but also a lot of places in Europe too. Just gotta like learn a bunch of languages and stuff. Should be pretty easy. Service. Do I have any? I have 241 bucks of repairs. Okay. Truck configurator. Is there a way to increase the amount of load that I can take? This will increase my... Oh, too expensive. I can't afford that right now. I feel like if you add up what it costs in the US, it probably won't be cheaper than relocating. Well, probably not. I mean, it is super expensive to live and work in America. I mean, you know, we have that whole absurd ideology that working full-time doesn't necessarily mean you get to make a living. So... That's what's so difficult about it, is the whole upfront thing. I don't know. I do like the idea that I could afford a modest living off of my slightly heightened position at my current job. Here, you know, I work a heightened position at a company that pays more than average, and I'm still considered poor, so... America sucks. You know, I should check the job market again because I think the jobs have changed. So that job I was looking at probably isn't going to work anymore. Oh, wait, nope, it's still available. Let's do it. I mean, you know, I'm not complaining. I live well enough off of what I do make, but definitely like... My car is an old piece of shit that is falling apart, and it would be very difficult for me to afford to replace it. And with the position that I'm in at my company, I should definitely be able to buy a car, or I should be able to afford a nicer place. I live in one of the cheapest places in my city. And it's a decent place, but it's not like nice. Is there a way to use turn signals in this game? I don't even know. I can't get over the American capitalist mindset that people working full-time don't necessarily deserve to be able to make a living. Like, it feels so easy to me too. Like, if when you go to McDonald's you expect someone to flip your burger, then you should also expect that that person can afford rent. If you want someone to do a job for you, it should be expected that working full-time they can make a living off of it. Even if it's not a good living, they should be able to make a living off of it. But people working full-time at McDonald's can't fucking make a living. It's not nearly enough money. It is nice and dark in Salzburg today. I can't understand it either. And like, my mom has this mindset, which I find frustrating. She has this. She's talked about it before. Like my mom is like, if you raise minimum wage, then you know, people working for minimum wage will have more money, but then things will cost more. And like my money doesn't go up if people with minimum wage start making more money. And it's like, no, mom, that's not actually how it works. That's just what these big companies have tricked you into thinking. Like things don't cost more because minimum wage goes up. That's just not how it works. The companies that are saying stuff like that are the companies that don't want to pay their workers more because they make more money off of not paying people a lot. I don't get it. I don't get the mindset. And that's the other thing too, like that's totally like a how is this going to affect me kind of mindset. And it's like, well, how about, you know, the effect on humanity? Shit, that is 22 tons. How much can my truck even handle? I don't even know. Is there any way for me to tell like what my limit is? Did that just cost me money? All right, whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's daytime now? The hell? When did that happen? I guess I'm just going to take this job and hope that it doesn't weigh too much for me, unless it's not available anymore because it's daytime all of a sudden. Okay, it's still available. Good. Wait, this isn't where it was going. Oh, damn it, it's not available. That one's still going to Italy, and it weighs less. Excellent. That's what I like to see. All right. Excellent. Let's fucking go, y'all. We're headed to Italy. All right, so I have 7 hours. It's going to take me 7 hours to get there. When do they want it by? Monday by 3:58. It's Saturday now. I should have plenty of time to get it there. Wait a minute. Is it Monday now? What the fuck? How did it go from Saturday to Monday that fast? What is going on with the time in this game? It's just jumping around. All right, so that gives me... Jesus, that only gives me like 5 hours to get there at... And it's going to take me at least 8. I think I'll still get there in time, but goddamn. I want to travel in real life so badly, but we'll take doing it in Euro Truck Simulator. That's good enough. Maybe not, who knows. I know I traveled to the dealership even though I was technically right next to it. I guess there was a time jump for me traveling there, even though I technically didn't travel at all. And I think it cost me money too, so I don't know what to think of that. Oops, I didn't mean to pause. I was switching around things on my little console. Really? I didn't know that. It's definitely not a thing in America. I know some like restaurants or some companies stay closed on Sundays. I know Chick-fil-A still does the like stays closed on Sunday thing, and I mean Chick-fil-A has some issues. Like they are not a great company, but I just think it's goofy that they still do that kind of thing because it's so obvious their motivations too. It's obviously like a Christian thing or a Christianity thing. But I mean, whatever. If they want to provide their religious employees that kind of opportunity to worship, then that's great. What I don't agree with is the fact that Chick-fil-A has spoken out against gay people. Chick-fil-A is fucking delicious too, so it sucks that they're like that. What's up with people not liking gay people? What did gay people ever do to them? It's fucked up. I'm in the wrong lane. There's that part of it. I mean, there's a whole lot you can say about just, you know, religious people in general trying to control how other people live their lives based on a book that they decide to follow. Like, what the fuck's up with that? Like, what does it matter to you if I end up in hell? If you believe I'll go to hell because I like fucking guys, then, you know, you're free to think that, but why do you have to control whether or not I'm allowed to? I don't know. I don't understand the desire to control other people's lives. I don't know where that comes from. If you want to say that like the Bible governs how you should live, that's great. You live by the Bible if you believe that. I don't know why other people have to. People are stupid. Humans are a mistake. We need a mass extinction event to just get rid of us. We're ruining the earth actively anyway. Hashtag cancel humans 2021. I like it. I agree with that. Oh, Microwave, did you see my Sleepy Luna drawing? I mean, part of me doesn't want you to see it because obviously you're an actual artist, but if you go on Captain's Critters, I drew Luna last night and I was kind of happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I just want to go on Twitter and like add anything related to humans just to my filters so I don't ever have to see anything from humanity because humans are stinky. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Hey, Luna looks so funny when she wakes up because her fur is so long that when she's like laying down for a long time, it gets matted into like funny angles. And so when she wakes up, she has that exact look on her face. She's like annoyed that she's been awoken, but her fur is also tossed up in odd directions. So she just ends up looking so goofy. Oh, I love that little cat. I don't know where she is right now. Oh, she's in her bed next to me. Thank you. I worked a little hard. I spent more time on that than I'd like to admit. Kind of have to pee. I'm just hoping to hold out until I find a spot to get gas, because I'll have to stop then anyway. Well, I don't need gas that bad. I should probably just go pee. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Ah, mint chocolate M&Ms are too good. Look, it's the German flag. And the EU flag, and I don't know what that flag is. Whoa, look at that mountain. Kind of looks like someone's ass. Like if you see like the part that's sticking way up, if you think of that as like an arm, and it's like someone like kind of curled over, and then the big round part is their butt. Are we in Austria now then? Nifty. We're in the Australian, sorry, not Australian, Austrian countryside. Oh my god, the mountains are literally growing as we speak. It's terrifying. Sorry, I'm eating M&Ms right now because I'm actually kind of starving. I didn't have anything for breakfast this morning because when I woke up, I got out a plate to put Luna's food on, and I realized I forgot to run my dishwasher and was out of plates. So I'm super hungry because I didn't eat because I didn't have any plates to put things on, and I don't like eating off a paper towel because I'm kind of a sophisticated fucker, I guess you could say. Look at all these mountains. This is beautiful. Look at that little like cottage on the mountain. That's awesome. That's adorable. Little castle on the mountain. Damn, I didn't expect the landscape to change this quickly. This is interesting. Austria is beautiful. I've never been out of the United States, or never been out of North America, so I've obviously never been to Austria, but I've seen a lot of pictures of Austria, and Austria just seems really pretty. Oh, look at that. Look at like the trees like climbing up the mountain. Oh, that's perfect. That's great. There's a little river next to us. Dude, this area is awesome. I'm not paying attention to the road as much as I said because I'm just admiring the scenery. This is epic. I'm in the wrong lane again. I keep going to the left lane just because that's how I drive in real life, but I shouldn't be in the left lane because I'm going slower than everybody. It's a dick move. Ooh, I can get gas here. Well, I don't need gas. I'm I'm sitting here with like 75% gas still full, and I'm like, I gotta get gas, dude. But I don't. I was paddling on a river like that, and it was really pretty, but paddling is so hard. Paddling? Like using like a paddle boat? What do you mean by paddling? I haven't gone like kayaking in years, but kayaking's really fun. Oh, this is really cute. I'm a big fan of the scenery. I just bumped into the guardrail a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so it's like, all right. I figured it might have just been a different word for something I've done. God damn, there's a lot of people on this road. Am I ever gonna get a chance to get out? Gotta add a light to this spot. This is a busy spot. I guess if this truck turns, then I'll have room to turn, so. Come on. Let me out. I'd like to get out. Are they all like slowing down? Is it because I'm sticking so far into the lane? Oh, just look at that. Like the mountain in the distance as the trees like go up, and I'm just kind of stuck in a little crevice here. That looks fucking fantastic. Look at that. That's so pretty. Get out of the way, other truck. You're a dick. You should have waited. If you're gonna be that slow. I like how I can jump from wow, look how pretty this scenery is, to fuck you, road rage, in an instant. This is really pretty. I like this area. This is great. Mountains are very epic. I'm a big fan of these. This tunnel's really cute too. Oh, very nice. Ooh, is this a toll road? Shit. Do I have to be in a specific lane as a truck, or do I just gotta stop? I think I just gotta stop. €61? How dare you take my money when I'm trying to earn a living? Damn government. God, just look at this. I like this a lot. This is great. This is a great little area. Look at that! Look at the mountains! I can't stop talking about it! Look at the mountains like rising up and cutting off my view. It's so cool. Ugh, mountains are epic. Big fan of mountains. there's like every now and then I got a loan to pay for this truck, and every now and then it'll take money out, and every time it does, oh hey, we're getting into Italy now. Every time it does, it plays the same sound as when I get a traffic violation. So I keep thinking I keep getting traffic violations. Stazioni. Hell yeah, baby, Italy time. Is there a toll road up here? Fuck off with these toll roads, man. Can I just cheat and go around? Oh, fuck, nope, they got a guard. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Shit. I almost fucked myself. Start of toll road, keep the ticket? I guess I'm good then. I must have already paid for the... that must be what I paid for before, was a ticket. I don't know, I basically never draw on... I basically never drive on toll roads, so... Almost became a criminal. I almost became Italia's most wanted. This is really pretty, with all the mountains off in the distance. I love this so much. This is great. It's so much better than the area I started in. It's been worth all the traveling we've done today. Look at that. That's great. That's epic. Being a freelance truck driver, like lives out of their truck, does sound really cool. I don't think it would be very fun to be a truck driver for a specific company because you like drive the same routes a lot. But a freelancer who just picks up jobs wherever they are, that sounds good. Oh, they've got this like raised highway driving through the mountains. This is just so cool. But then again, the whole, you know, not having a home or like not being able to return home that often and having to be sitting down for so many hours, like that definitely sounds a bit unpleasant. There's ups and downs to every job, I suppose. But hey, if you were a truck driver, you could just listen to the Break Room Nachos podcast over and over all day long, and that would be pretty cool. Oh, a nice little town off to the side, man. Italy's great. I want to be an Italian. you might have to replace some episodes every now and then. You know, I mean, the whole series would cover 2 hours, 3 hours on Monday, so probably have to replay that a few times during a single day, but whatever. I feel like it never gets old, you know? I have seen, like, I know there's a lot of truck drivers out there who, like, have tablets set up so they can watch live streams or watch shows while they drive or listen to stuff, which seems kind of cool. I don't know how safe it is. I guess I guess it's not bad to like be watching something as long as you aren't actively watching it. it'd probably be more for the background noise than anything. If I were a truck driver, I would probably have a tablet set up to watch live streams, just because that'd be, you know, hours of new content every day. Look at the fucking birds flying around. They know they're in the prettiest part of the game. I just feel like I'm on vacation looking at this scenery. I feel like I should be like stopping off at a vineyard, drink some wine, and I don't know, hang out. Is that where I am, the Tuscany? I don't even know. But this place is fucking great. I'm loving it. Yeah, I mean, I'm being loud right now, constantly screaming about how beautiful I think this is. So I don't blame him at all. You Italians, make your noise. Oh, fuck. I turned a little too hard just there. I'm getting there. Okay, got it. I wish I could speak Italian. It's a very pretty language. But I'm too focused on learning Japanese to start a different language. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. He has a great Instagram. I'm blanking on the actual name of his Instagram, but like he's like a traveling photographer who just does freelance work for companies, or I believe he does at least. I don't know if he works for a specific company, but he has this great fucking Instagram where he just every time because he's traveling around constantly, he'll post a picture of the hotel, the carpet in his hotel room. Which is a hilarious idea because there's so many different kinds of like carpets that hotels use. But like he'll post like a carpet from a Japanese hotel, and then like 2 days later he'll post a picture from an American hotel. And one time he even posted a picture of of the carpet in a hotel that I worked like less than a mile from, and I was like, oh, I was like, that's so cool. So, my point with that guy is, like, I'd love to have a job like that where I could just travel around that much. Speaking honestly, I probably could get a job as a photographer. I am good enough, but I don't really like photography, so. I enjoy it sometimes, but I don't think I enjoy it enough to just keep doing it. I don't know if I have to stop at this toll road because okay, it did charge me. Oh, this place is great. I'm a big fan of this area. That's the other problem. I mean, I've experienced it a bit as a video person. Like, the lack of understanding of that kind of creative work makes it so difficult to perform that kind of creative work, because people ask for things that it's like, yeah, I can't just do that. Like, the number of people I've interviewed where they've said things like, you can edit this so I sound better, right? And it's like, no, that's not how it works. If you sound like a dumbass, you're gonna sound like a dumbass in the video too. Anything for hours to see the client using oh god, yeah, that would not be good. That would be very frustrating. I'm sure you experience it a bit with your website work too. Just people who think you can magically make certain things happen, and it just doesn't work like that. Yeah, well, I mean, you can do it to a certain extent, right? Like, people who in an interview will say a lot of ums and ahs. There's a lot of people who, like, ask you, like, okay, you can cut out all those out. And it's like, yeah, I could, but then you'd sound fucking choppy as hell. And, you know, there'd be jump cuts every 2 seconds. I'd have to use a shit ton of B-roll. I'm not going to cut these out. You're just going to have to sound like a dumbass. It sounds unnatural if you don't have ums and ahs anyway, so I don't see what the big deal is. People, I mean, I guess I'm self-conscious, so I shouldn't criticize. People are just self-conscious about how they'll come across in that kind of situation. My client is so nice, but they've been making unreasonable demands. Yeah. I feel like anybody doing work in a creative field for clients has to deal with that. A 1000%? Jesus, how are you gonna explain that one? What? Is that on the client or on you guys? Oh, this little villa looks beautiful. This is where we're delivering. Look at that little building up there. That's great. My boss wrote exactly the hours needed to perform their workshop, but not to prepare it. So, oh, gotcha. Well, wouldn't you think you'd have figured out to do that by now? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. I don't know enough. Oh, fuck. I rammed into the side like a dummy. I certainly don't know enough about that field to comment on that, but that seems odd. I can never see the lights when I'm actually up to the line. So whatever we learn so much for the future workshops, so it's basically, okay, well, I mean, you know, as long as it works out, like, who cares, I guess. Definitely seems like it could be a problem, though. I have to turn right at some point, but there's like a million cars in this right lane. I gotta merge, but... Come on, cop, let's go. I'm just gonna try to work my way in here behind this truck. Here we go. I mean, yeah, if it's his fault, then that's what happens, but... Red light violation. I didn't see the light change. Maybe I wasn't paying attention because I have chat to pay attention to, but... Fuck you, guy. I mean, yeah, you passed the triple digit. You're in the quadruple digits now. All right, where do they want it? That's kind of tough, but I bet I can do it. Let's go. I feel like you should get more of an XP bonus for parking correctly. You get a very small amount at the end of the day. It almost doesn't even feel worth it, but I do it anyway because it's kind of fun. Oh, I can handle this. This is good. Pull forward a bit. Shit. Shit. That's not the direction I wanted to go. Nope, nope. Okay, I gotta reset. Parking with a trailer is so hard. Nope, nope. Oh, this might be a bit perfect. Oh no, I'm just barely off. Damn. Basically just need to be back right up at this point. We turn a little bit. No, I think I fucked it up. Nope, it'll take it. Good. Good enough for me. All right, another job complete. And I did an excellent job. Hell yeah, another level up. Another point in long distance. All right, let's take a look at that sweet job market. See how much further into Italy we can get. There really needs to be an option to just see jobs that are near you. Like these, I'd have to drive farther to get these than I would to actually do the delivery. Like that's so far away from where I am right now. Goodness me. That's close to where I am, but it would take me back towards Belgium. Here we go. This will take me to the Cape of Italy. That's perfect. Let's do it. Oh shoot, I need to rest again. I gotta stop looking at jobs before I rest, because the jobs change after a certain number of hours. Well, hopefully we'll still be able to go there. We'll see. That load was also a lot. It was like 22 tons. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see the sea. That'd be nice. Excuse me, truck or bus. I did crash a little bit. I don't think I need maintenance yet, though. And I'm too lazy to check, so. Ooh, it got laid fast. Is this a school? Am I picking up a fucking Scholastic book fair or something? Okay, no, it's still available. Is there... No, there's no... It is 22 tons, which my last one was 11 tons, and that was still a bit much. I don't know. This might be a bit much for my truck. We'll find out. My poor little truck is putting in the work today. All right. Let's see if we can pull this son of a bitch. Oh yeah, we're good. This is fine. I'll probably be a bit slow up hills, but this is good. What if we send you questions about being American because I want to know if the red plastic cups in movies are real? I'll answer your question now. Absolutely they are. They are fucking everywhere. They are like the main party cup. But yes, Mike and I want so badly for people to send questions. We would love to have like a questions segment of the podcast. So really any questions at all will be good. We're really hoping that the podcast can gain a bit of a following so we can just have like a questions section of the of the podcast. We'd love to do that kind of thing. Oops, did that just turn red? Oh no, it's blinking. We're good. So we have, when do I need to be there by? It's Tuesday. It's about to be into Wednesday. What time do I need to be there? Super! Scorpion with the 29 months. Thank you so much, buddy. That's so sweet of you. How are you today? Okay, we're going to be cutting it close on this delivery for sure, but here we go. You can take personality quizzes together. That could be fun. I think we'll do a podcast at some point where we do one of those, like, how good do you know your friend kind of thing. Like, it'll just ask us questions, we'll have to answer them. I literally just woke up. Well rested, hopefully. Microwave and I both have had some issues getting to sleep lately, so as long as you aren't having that, you're better than me. Ooh, this is gonna be a long trip. This load is definitely a bit heavy for my truck. It's gonna struggle up hills. It's even, I'm on I'm on a level field right now and it's going pretty damn slow. Mike is 32. Nah, you guessed better than my mom, but you were wrong. Microwave got it. He's 36. I went to bed at 5 a.m. I mean, it's almost 2 o'clock now. That's a good number of hours, even if it's a weird time. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be a long fucking trip. I should have considered the weight of the load a bit more, but whatever. We're trying to get to the south of Italy right now. I'm interested. I'm just hoping it won't slow me down enough that I don't make it in time. Oh, actually, we should be fine. Because it's Tuesday at 1:40 in the morning, and I need to be there by Wednesday at 1 p.m. So I have more than 24 hours to make it there. Nice. Monster Point Chopper. Very epic. Kind of scary. Very epic. Where's my fucking rain? I know it's rained a bunch today, but you know me, it's never enough rain. Like I set the rain possibility pretty high, but it's still not raining that often. Not often enough for my liking. Hopefully maybe once the sun comes up, it'll start raining. I feel like the weather changes every few hours along with like the time of day. How can empty pallets weigh 22 tons? Like, I know there's a lot of them, but they're empty. They're, like, pallets don't weigh much. They're very light.
because the wood they're made out of is complete shit.
Maybe you might. I mean, I guess there are different weight classes for pallets depending on the colors. So I guess it depends on what kind of pallet it is. I know here in America, at least, there's wooden pallets, just normal like wood. Those are always super light. Then there's blue pallets, which are pretty heavy, and red pallets, which weigh a ton, and then green pallets, which you basically need 2 people to lift. I can't carry them, but that's more because my skin gets splinters easily. Well, I have work gloves, so pallets. Yeah, the wooden things that you put stuff onto to transfer them. That's all I can describe it. Just look up pallets. I don't know. Wooden pallet. As long as it's like the normal wooden pallet, I can lift them just fine. The blue and red and green pallets start to be a bit much. Blue pallets I can lift as long as the stack that I'm putting it on is pretty small, but red pallets are like, nope, I need a second person. I'm not even going that slow, but I'm getting past like crazy. I mean, I'd pass me. I would pass me too, but I've definitely been getting past more during this drive than I have throughout the rest of the day, I feel like. These assholes better chill out. I'm getting sick of their attitudes. Dude, it's fucking dark out here. Jesus. Out in the Italian countryside, y'all, it's spooky. I feel like I'm about to get chased down by Slenderman or something. I just feel like in this day and age, if we don't somehow manage to have lights literally everywhere, then what are we doing? I gotta merge, but this jackass is passing me. I don't know how it is in the US and Europe, but in Canada, people go 140 kilometers. And Jesus, that's a lot. Or it sounds like a lot. I don't know kilometers, so it sounds like a lot. Yeah, why is there no stars in this game? They managed to get like all the mountains and stuff looking pretty, but they gotta add stars. It's not bright. There's not enough lights out here to obscure the stars, I don't feel. So beautiful, I cried when I left. Jeez, that's gotta be a pretty fucking place. What's up, police? What's the most beautiful place I've ever been, I wonder? I do not know. I haven't been to enough places. I guess probably when I lived in New Hampshire, one of the mountains I climbed was probably one of the most beautiful places. I feel like other cars' headlights aren't nearly as bright and obnoxious. Like when there's like in this game or in wherever you live. In the game. Yeah, you're definitely right. Some of the people, oh my god, there's so many people around where I live who will just drive everywhere with their brights on. Which, like, great, it's safe for you. It's not safe for everybody else around you. When I drive, like, next to someone with their brights on at 5 in the morning when I'm driving to work and there's no one else on the road and there's no other light, like, I can't see the road in front of me when their lights are that bright. It's too bright. And yet tons of people drive like that. It's so, and especially when they're behind me and it's just reflecting from my mirror into my eyes, I can't see in front of me that well. It's really frustrating. I hate people. People do so many stupid, selfish things. I want them all to be dead. Oh my god, I didn't realize how long the job I had accepted was. I have 900 more kilometers to go. My longest job today was just over 800. And I've already been driving for like 200 kilometers, I feel like. We're gonna be on the road for a while, baby. Gonna need to stop and sleep at some point, probably. Hopefully not long enough to screw me over time-wise. This tunnel's really cute. I feel like I've said all the tunnels have been cute. I just like the tunnels. They're fun to drive through. Tunnels are cool. Just a nice relaxing drive through the mountains and landscapes of Italy, going through some tunnels at night. This is awesome. Firenze. Italian's such a beautiful but kind of goofy language. Oh, I think the sun's starting to come up. It's getting brighter out. That's nice. Very epic. The sun do be shining, though. Oh no, what? Oh no, that the sun's coming up? Yeah, that is a bit of an oh no. Any airport flashbacks? Like going to the airport? That did look like an airport exit just there. I remember I wanted to go to Firenze and the train station just burst into flame. What? Yeah, that's some bad luck. Like the entire train station? What? That's fucking crazy. I feel like that feels like the normal thing to do, Scorpion. Like I feel like no one like either you get on or get off a plane at night. You never get on and off a plane in the day. Like I definitely for me, like pretty much all the times I've been to airports, like it's never been during the day. Just part of it, but it was a hot mess. I mean, yeah, because it's on fire. It gets pretty hot. All trains got canceled or delayed 6 hours and I just turned around. Yeah, that sucks. That's true. That's true. Those planes are more expensive. Kind of need gas, but I'm also going to need to sleep before long, so I'll just wait until I need to sleep to get gas. Have you heard of Elsword? I feel like I have. What is that? Or Elsword? I feel like is that a game? I'm not sure what game I'm going to play next. Now that I'm done with God of War, I don't know what to play.
I do have Immortals Phoenix Rising, which seems interesting. Okay, it is a game. I definitely have heard of it. I don't really know anything about it, though. I plan to get another Dark Souls stream in before I hop on to my next game. I should probably stream Dark Souls more often. It's going to take me years to get through all the Souls games at this rate because I just don't play them that often. Oh shit, yeah, dude, we got some clouds. I think it's going to start raining here, boys. This is epic. I used to have an addiction to it, and now I'm getting back into it. Nice, very epic. Video game addictions are awesome. Okay, right now I'm set to get there at Tuesday around 8 o'clock. I need to be there at Wednesday by 1 o'clock. So even if I sleep, I should have plenty of time to get there in time. Oh shoot, the clouds are back there. No, come back, clouds. I don't want this clear sky bullshit. How much video games is too much? I mean, it's definitely going to vary from person to person. Back in like the height of World of Warcraft, there were a lot of people who were in the raiding guilds who would do like 8 hours of raiding a night and like would quit their jobs or stop going to school just so they could raid on World of Warcraft. And like, that definitely feels like too much to me. But as long as you're not like, you know, as long as you're still making a living, like going to work, being productive, I feel like no video games is really too much. Like if that's how you choose to spend your free time, that's cool. As long as it doesn't start to eat away at your active time. That's how I would put it. Like for me, too much video games is when I'm playing more video. So when I'm playing any game so much that I get distracted from live streaming or making videos, like that's too much for me because it eats into my active time. I used to do that too when I was, you know, a kid and I didn't have responsibilities. These days, even when I get addicted to a game, playing more than 6 hours starts to feel like too much. When Monster Hunter World came out, I was playing it nonstop though. I took a vacation that week. It was awesome. I should have live streamed it more. When I play, I regret that when I played through Monster Hunter World, I spent a lot of it offline instead of streaming. I should have streamed it more. I'm glad that when Iceborne came out, I streamed like my entire time I played that. How much, I guess, do you have an answer for yourself, Microwave? Like, what do you consider to be too much video games? This feels a lot like America. I feel like I'm driving through Michigan right now. This is less interesting than where I was driving before. That's kind of pretty. As long as you get your stuff done, it's probably okay. I feel like there's a lot to life that you might miss. I mean, there certainly is. But I guess that comes up to like what you consider important to be a part of. We've talked before about how this is like an extrovert society, so introverts like me, like there's a lot of things that quote unquote I miss out on that I don't feel like I'm missing out on. Like rain sounds. Well, that's pretty fair. The one thing I dislike about my apartment where I live right now, everything's kind of pushed away from the outside. Like my kitchen, there's a window and a sunroom in my kitchen, and then my bedroom has some windows, but like my living room and my desk space are both like totally inside, like no access to like the outside world. And I do on On days that it's raining a lot, I do wish my desk was closer to a window, but there's no really way for me to get it closer to a window because of the way my apartment's set up. But then other days when it's super sunny outside, I'm like, good, I'm glad I'm away from that. So I don't know. There's no way to make me happy. I'm an impossible person. My brother gaming during online class when a day earlier had been agonizing over worrying, and if he gets into university, I was like, buddy, you can't be worried. Yeah, no, that doesn't work like that. That's too much. I've had people in my life like that who just are constantly complaining about the way that things are, but then it's like, you do it to yourself. So I don't know what the problem is. You can just not do that. People are stupid. We do stupid, weird things. That really bothers me, the complaining without action thing. I definitely, like, I do this big time too, but the I wish mentality, like, I wish something wasn't like this. I wish I could do this. I wish blah, blah, blah. Like, there's so many situations where people say I wish when it's fully, completely within their control to do something about it. And it's like, dude, just do something about it. Don't stop wishing, start doing. What's up, guy? 98 euro? Ugh! Stop taking my money! I need that. I need it so I can get bigger, stronger trucks that don't get passed by literally everybody. That might have been a bit much. Sometimes you just find those games that you're addicted to, though. It happens. I played the shit out of Breath of the Wild when it came out. I was just constantly on that Breath of the Wild grind for when it first came out. I played it way too much too, but whatever. It was a great fucking game. I like getting obsessed with a game where I play it a ton. It kind of sucks sometimes where it starts to feel like, oh my god, I'm wasting so much time on this. But it's also like, feels really good to be so into a game that I can just play it whenever for however long. Like when I played, like finishing God of War recently, like I really enjoyed God of War, but I wasn't so obsessed with it that I was like, I can't wait to play more. I have to play more. And it kind of would have felt good to be in that kind of mindset, especially with me live streaming, because then I would have live streamed it more and gotten it done faster. And that would have been fun. There's just some really good feeling about being that into a game. Where like shit, like a lot of the games that I play for a long time on stream will turn into like dreams that I have. I can't tell you the number. Like pretty much every time I stream Dark Souls, I'll have a dream about Dark Souls that same night. Just because that game gets you so like physically into it. I had a weird dream last night, but I don't remember what it was about, so there was no reason for me to bring it up. So just forget I ever said anything. That's not going to lead to a story of any kind. I could see it. When I was playing last year, when I was playing through Satisfactory, I don't know if you remember when I was playing through that game, but that game, it's you know, it's a game where you build a factory and you have to like constantly be adding more to your factory and making things more efficient so you can get more done. So when I was playing through Satisfactory, I was playing it like 8 hours at a time, like super into it, and I had dreams of I like dreamt of ways to make my factory more efficient, and then I would play the game the next day and like put what I had dreamt about into practice. It was like I was still playing the game in my dream because I was just problem solving while I was asleep. It was wild. I think we're in Rome right now. Roma. It really did. It really had me in its claws. I was fully into that Satisfactory grind. I needed to like make my factory as efficient as possible, and if I could come up with a way to do it in my dreams, then good. I found a way. That game is fucking fun. I wish I'd gotten further into it, but now whenever I think about playing it again, it's like, oh, there's too much for me to like remember how to do. I'd have to start over, and that'd be hours of my time again. Right after I'd made my factory self-sufficient too. I didn't need any fuel anymore. It was fully capable of running on its own as long as I didn't blow my power capacity. It was epic. I think we're about halfway through this job now, so welcome back, Scorpion. What did you do? Did you go get some breakfast of some kind or something? I don't know, guys. There's only so much to talk about when I'm out on the road. You gotta keep feeding me stuff or something. I don't know. Give me something to work with, you fucking losers. I'm just kidding. You guys have been great. Thank you for being so active in chat. Was calling a friend. Were you calling a friend gay? That's all I had. That was my joke for the hour. Why anybody watches these streams, I will never know, but I'm glad you guys do. Thank you so much. You make me a very happy person. I got something to talk about. All right, what do you got? My guy's gonna need to sleep soon. I should probably sleep at the next spot that I find. What do you respond to? Well, that's a very open question. I don't know how to answer that kind of. It's one of those things like, you know, that whole like, I don't know how to define porn, but I know it when I see it. It's that's a weird analogy, but it's basically like that. Like when I think about something to stream or I think about something to do on stream, I can tell, I know ahead of time what will and won't work. It's just a feeling. I know you guys like, I know you guys enjoy anything where we can kind of actively have a conversation, right? Like this kind of game. When I thought about streaming Euro Truck Simulator, I was like, if they're going to watch this, they'll like it because I'll have enough downtime to talk. I know you guys enjoy when you get a chance to, when I'm not so distracted by the game that I can actually talk to you. And so a live stream like the drawing live stream, I know you guys would enjoy that kind of thing because there's a lot of chat interaction and that kind of thing. I only write and watch so Mike can hear me talk. He can hear about me in the podcast. Oh yeah, well, I do talk about you guys a lot. I do want to do more drawing streams. I've been really enjoying drawing casually. I'll have to show you guys some of the stuff I've done. I drew some graphics for a video I'm working on that I'm super happy with. I am very, very happy with how they turned out. Talk to us, we are lonely. Well, it's a great symbiotic situation because I also really enjoy live streams where I get to talk to you guys a lot. They're so much more fun than when I'm just so focused on the game that I can't respond, or when I'm just talking to myself the entire time. The interaction part of live streaming is exactly what makes live streaming so much fun. All right, as long as I don't stop to sleep, we'll be there. We'll get this job done on time. And only have 7 more hours of driving to go, so we shouldn't need to sleep. I don't know how long it takes for you to need to sleep, but we should be all right. It's also like why I know. It's also it's the same situation with like the model building live streams. Like I know that you guys like the model building live streams because I can just talk while I work, and I enjoy the model building live streams because I get to interact with you guys and just talk about whatever I want. But the difficult thing about those like drawing live streams or model building live streams is like sometimes people aren't available to watch, and then it's just me sitting there alone, and then I get super bored. So that's why I don't do those kind of things too often, because there's always that risk that like no one will watch. Which is fine. I'm not trying to like guilt you guys into watching, but that's why I don't always do those live streams that often. I think it's also why like just chatting live streams are so popular these days, and so many live streamers have been doing just chatting over the past like year or two, because especially with the pandemic, no one has anybody to talk to. So with just chatting, you get to interact with the streamer gets to interact with you, and everybody has a great fucking time. That's why I haven't been doing drawing live streams, because I don't see the chat. Yeah, it's if there's no one talking in the chat, there's no one for you to talk to, and you just end up being silent. And then I get like when I do live streams like that where I end up just being silent the entire time, I get super self-conscious about how I can't fill the dead air, and then I get depressed, and then I end the live stream early. Just chatting has been at the top a ton lately. It has blown up in the past year. I fully believe it's because of the pandemic too. Like it gives people that feeling of having a conversation without actually like being in person and having a conversation. It's like I just said. Interacting is the best part of live streaming, so that's why people enjoy just chatting live streams so much, because they're like 100% interaction. And you know, it's the other side of it too, is like for me as an introvert, like I don't enjoy being around people, but I can have a lot of social interaction through live streams where I'm just talking to you guys a lot without actually having to do social interaction. It's not as like social interaction is draining to me, but doing a live stream where I talk a lot and like interact a lot, that is not draining to me, because it's a different kind of interaction while still fulfilling that social aspect. When you talk to someone you know, there isn't. When you talk to someone you know, there isn't much to talk about. I couldn't read that for some reason. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Sometimes it's like, what's been going on? Nothing? All right, that's the end of that conversation. It's why Mike and I, it's why the podcast works with Mike and I so well, because Mike and I can for some reason just talk about anything for however long and just keep going with it. Like our conversations won't end if we don't end them. is. It's what makes Mike such an easy person to talk to and do a podcast with. Because him and I can just talk about anything forever. Fuck, there's a truck right there. I should have been paying attention to my goddamn mirrors. It's we've been loving doing the podcast. Mike texted me the other day, and he was like, "Dude, this has just been so much fun, like all of this," and I completely agree. It's fulfilling creatively, and it's just a lot of fun to do. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm glad I'm glad it's not one of those situations where I think something's great and it actually isn't. Did we really? I haven't looked at the stats in a hot sec. Let me take a look here. While I drive, I'm going to look at the stats. We're over 100 views between both of the podcasts. I mean, like, the watch time's insane. It's almost 40 hours of watch time since the channel started up. Well, I've wanted to do a podcast for the longest time, but I just didn't have anybody to do one with. Like, I've wanted to have this podcast for forever. Like, you guys, I've talked about it before. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Super Mega Cast podcast, and I'm a huge fan of the Gus and Eddie podcast, and those are both podcasts too, where it's just like two guys talking. So I've wanted to do a podcast like that for forever, and I just didn't have anybody to do it with. So when Mike brought the idea of a channel to me, I was immediately like, we have to do a podcast. Like, you and I doing a podcast would be great. I'm sure it would be awesome, because our conversations are so weird and goofy. And I'm glad that people are liking it so much. It's been very nice to see, because we are having a great time doing it. I would like to do a video part of the podcast. I would like to do a video podcast, but I don't have the equipment to do it right now. That's the only issue. Like, my normal camera for making videos can't record for long periods of time, and the camera I'd have to get like a second camera like my webcam right now in order to film it as a video. So I've talked to Mike about it. Like, if the podcast can find some success, definitely I'd like to invest in another camera and add a video aspect to it. But as it stands right now, I just don't have the equipment to do it. Definitely, if there ever is like a video aspect to it, it'll never be more than just seeing our faces. Like, we'll never make it so you have to watch the video to get the full experience. That's definitely... Spotify will still be a completely valid way to watch or listen to the podcast. You don't use Spotify, but your own dang podcast is on Spotify, Microwave. What the hell? I listen to your podcast on Spotify. Fuck! I keep forgetting that you weren't trying to make the podcast super known. I keep mentioning it. I'm sorry. I'm so forgetful. Microwave has a short form podcast, like 10 to 15 minute episodes, where she talks about artsy stuff. I only have it so I can share my episodes. Oh, do you mean like on Spotify? I feel so bad. I keep forgetting that and bringing it up. I'm such a dumbass. I mean, you don't even use Your like art Instagram or your art accounts are like in no way connected to it even, so you don't even have that risk. It's a very nice podcast. I enjoy listening to it. It's very thought provoking. She actually like puts in the effort of like writing episodes and considering topics and stuff, so it's more high production value than my own podcast. Good for us, Microwave. We aren't assholes. We did it. I'm not trying to lock differentials. I'm trying to lock my cruise control. I'm trying to think. I'll have to look and see if I can recommend a certain episode. I like all the episodes, so I can't think of any in particular that I could like recommend listening to. I just won't then. It's a good podcast. Just listen to whatever. What's going on up here? Oh, it's just a turn signal. I don't know why I saw those flashing lights and assumed something nefarious was going on. There's some fucking truck heist going on here. In Spider-Man Homecoming, when the Falcon like comes down and like yoinks a bunch of stuff right out of a semi and pisses off, like that's what I thought was happening. This might be a personal W? Question. That's fine. If I don't feel comfortable answering it, I just won't. You gotta have more confidence in yourself, Microwave. I know I'm the last person who should be saying it, but people can tell you put in the work. It's good. It's fun to listen to. You're very knowledgeable on the subject, so it's very good. But how much time do you have left between work and streaming? So I work. I work about 8 hours a day. Usually I'll stream right after I come home, and you know me, my minimum streams are usually between 3 and 4 hours. I usually have about an hour or two left in the day after I'm done streaming before I have to go to bed. So, but then on days like today, like today's my day off of work, so I'm streaming now, but then, once I get off live stream, I'll have like 10 hours left before I need to go to bed. No, that's an overstatement. Like 6 hours left before I have to go to bed. And I'm thinking I might record some stuff for a video today, so I might have less than that, but whatever. It's not like I do anything interesting with my time anyway. I don't have a lot of free time. I was talking about this earlier with Microwave. I was talking about like if I were able to go full time with streaming and YouTube and the podcast or whatever, I would make it an 8-hour workday, like probably 4 hours of streaming 5 days a week, 4 hours of work on videos 5 days a week, and then I'd give myself like I'd just make a normal work week. But I don't know what I would do with all that extra time. Like as it stands right now, on days that I live stream, like I just said, I probably have like an hour or two of free time. On days that I don't live stream or work on videos, like I have the full 8 hours, and I never know what the fuck to do with it. I don't know what to do with my free time, so this is how I spend my time. This is how I like spending my time. So it doesn't bother me that I don't end up with a lot of extra time. It has been hard for me to maintain relationships, like romantically. And not even like the girls I've dated haven't been the kind who are like, you don't pay enough attention to me. But like I have ended relationships because I felt like I couldn't give the relationship the kind of time that it deserved. Because of my introverted nature, I spend so much time working on streaming and videos that with whatever free time I get, pretty much the last thing I want to do is, go on a date or go out at all. I'd rather just hang out at home. So to me, that's an indication in my mind that whoever I'm dating probably just isn't the one for me because I'd rather be by myself than be with them. But definitely, like, that has been a catalyst for me ending relationships before, has just been, I don't have enough time to be in this relationship. I only work 6 hours and somehow only have 3 hours after I'm done. And you must sleep a lot. I don't know how you do that. I get tired of watching anime, though. I mean, streaming is what you make of it. I take streaming and videos pretty seriously, despite the fact that they haven't, like, lifted off or whatever. Like, you guys know, I try to live stream three days a week for at least 3 hours. I'm constantly kind of trying to up that. And I you know, if I get to the 3 hour mark and I'm not feeling like stopping, I don't stop. Like, right now we're about 3.5 hours in. I'll probably stop after I'm done with this job, but I'm not going to just stop at the 3 hour mark. Like, oh, well, 3 hours, guys. That's it. I'm done. Like, I'm never going to do that, but streaming is what you make of it. If you stream once a week for an hour, then obviously it's going to be a lot less of a time commitment than what I do. And I don't even stream as often as I'd like to. Like I said, if I were able to do this full time, I would stream like close to 40 hours a week, I guess. Not 40 hours a week. That was wrong. 4 times 5, 20 hours a week. Right now I stream closer to 9 or 10. I wish I could sleep 10 hours. I usually end up sleeping 6 or 7 because I stay up a bit later looking at Reddit. If you had exactly 3 hours, that would feel like a job. Exactly. If I did that, and there have been times that I've, like you guys have seen, I've had streams where I've stopped like an hour or 2 hours in because I just wasn't feeling it. I don't force myself to reach 3 hours, but I do, like, for my own sake, consider that like where I want to be as a minimum. But if I'm having a miserable time, I do not force myself to keep streaming. That would be a pretty good effect. That would be a pretty effective usage of my time. Just get big muscles that cats can sleep on top of. That would be pretty epic. I do wish I could, like, the main thing for me with streaming for long periods of times is I just get, like, physically and, like, mentally exhausted. Like, I tend to get a headache after more than 4 or 5 hours, but I'm always kind of pushing it as best I can to try to increase my endurance, if you will. I'd like, ideally, to be able to do, like, 8-hour live streams, no problem. That'd be awesome. Or Chopper and Frankie views. I don't think anybody needs to see that creature doing anything. I have been drawing a lot with my spare time recently, though. There's always, like, there's the part of me that when I start to draw, I'm like, I like want to live stream it so I can just hang out with you guys and draw and talk. But then there's also the part of me that's like, this looks fucking awful. I don't want anybody to see this. It's like when I try to draw seriously, like, ugh, it just looks terrible. I know it has to look bad before it can look good, but I can keep that to myself. Well, I've built up that stamina, right? Like, when I first started streaming, I would stream for like an hour. And when Scorpion joined, when Scorpion started watching my streams, I think my minimum was at like 2 hours. And then over a few months, I increased it to 3. I haven't, like, tried to increase it in a while, but I am, like, I do, like, celebrate it to myself. Like, I feel very proud of myself when I manage to make it to, like, 4 or 5 hours. That's a good feeling for me. So it's just a constant, like, trying to increase my endurance and make myself go longer. Right, I'm not like ashamed of being bad, but there's also the part of me that's like, I don't want people to see this. Like, the shit I'm drawing right now looks like a 14-year-old on DeviantArt. It looks goddamn terrible. Faces are fucking hard, man. I've been trying to do faces lately. Faces suck. Faces are stupid. People shouldn't have faces. Not if I can't figure out how to draw them. Hands are stupid too. I feel like I have an easier time with hands than I do with faces. But I've also practiced hands a lot more, so that would explain that. What the fuck is wrong with us humans? We're just fucking garbage monsters. I learned to draw hands the day the One Piece is found. Honestly, it probably would, if you did it every day for the next 5 years, which is his current timeline, but he always says 5 years, that would probably be how long it would take. You're probably right, Microwave. You are probably right. 5 is too many. It's so hard to fit that onto that space and have it look good. Drawing muscular shit is just, I haven't even tried doing that. I've tried a couple times, but it just looks awful, so I just gave up and focused on other things. I'll just draw all my people as skeletons, you know? I'll just draw all skeletons. You know, I'm already okay at drawing skulls. I'll just draw skeletons all the time. People are stupid anyway. Let's just draw skeletons forever. Skeleton hands are harder than normal hands, though, so that would be a problem, but... I like how whenever I stop putting pressure on the gas pedal, like, there's just no noise whatsoever. Like, my engine stops making noise. It's like it turns off. Yeah, I'll just draw Brook over and over for the rest of my life. That's all I'll do. Sounds like a good way to spend my time to me. If you get really good at drawing skeletons, that would be so ironic. Why? Because I am a skeleton? Oh, iconic. Iconic, not ironic. I'll just draw skeletons with everything skeletonized, but with flesh hands. Like if you peeled everything but if you took the flesh off of every part of a person except for their hands, they will all have human hands only. That's how I'll figure out this difficult proportions thing. I'll just draw really realistic, super meaty hands on all of my skeletons. Can y'all open the gate? Thank you. It sounds horrifying, but that's kind of what I like about it. Fuck, damn it. I got 2% damage for bumping that thing. Yeah, they did not make this thing easy to access. Should have built your factory in less of a stupid way. And I'd like back the truck out onto the road for a bit. So hopefully no one's coming. Alright. Where do they want it? I can make that work. Let's do it. Alright, we're going to take a really hard turn here. And hopefully I won't crash this into anything doing so. Oh, fuck. There's this damn trailer right here. Okay, I have a different idea then. I'm going to try to come at this from a different direction entirely if we can. It is hard from my experience with this. The main issue with trucks is just the trailer. Backing in with a trailer is so hard because you have to kind of think opposite to how you drive normally. The trailer goes the opposite direction of where you back up, so it's super hard to like back them in properly. I'm okay at it because I've done it in real life, not with a semi truck, but with like a trailer on a car. But like if you watch people who've never played this game before try to do backing in, they cannot figure it out. It is goofy. Well, I was about to go offline, so see you later, Microwave. Sorry, I'm tired, so. And I'm gonna go get something to eat. Have a good night, Microwave. I'm really good at reversing on a car. I talked about it in the podcast, but I'm really fucking good at it. Fuck. Wrong way. Nope, that's no good. Goddamn, this is a difficult angle to work with here. That's true. You're young. You got room to learn. You just got to do it a lot. Just start backing in everywhere you go. It's easier than pulling in, and once you get used to it, every girl will want to fuck you. That's a promise. The worst part is, oh god, this is one hell of an angle to be at. Always happy to give advice on how to get the bitches. I'm at such an odd angle right now. I'm definitely not in the right spot. I bet I can make this work, though. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Alright, this is officially fucked. I have turned around completely, and I'm still not even close to the spot I need to be in. Damn, this one's in a hard fucking spot, dude. Jesus. I have to do like a, I'm not good at this. Not as good as I thought. Come on, baby. Just go into the spot. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, 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 no. I just got to straighten it out. Nope, nope, nope. Stop that. It's so hard to do this. Because I'm better at it if I can look out this window. Fucking Christ, I'm at this angle again? Well, these fuckers are just like waiting for me to do this so they can start unloading this truck at 2 in the morning. So they're pissed at me. I don't blame them. I'd be pissed at me. Okay. Okay. Just gotta level it out. Here we go. Now we just gotta adjust the angle a little bit. And we'll be good to go. Nope, that's wrong. That's so wrong. That's not what I wanted to do. But I'm gonna make it work. This looks... I look like a fucking moron right now. This is wrong! This is not what I wanted to do! Just gotta have a woman's touch, a very gentle touch, if you will. Then we can make this work. Can't use the big truckers of the big truckers of a handbrake. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak. The big hands of a trucker. You know what? It's in the spot. I'm counting it. Wait, it's not in the spot anymore. It was just barely there. Hang on. I just gotta pull forward a bit. There. It's in. It counts. No! God damn it! It keeps being there for like a second. Probably because it's barely there. Hang on. Don't celebrate yet, Scorpion. Don't celebrate until the results screen pops up. Okay. Yes! Got it! Woo! Barely fucking got it. Leveled up, bitch. Hell yeah. God damn it. Get another point on long distance. Now I can go as far as I fucking want. Alright. Seems like docking and borrow time. I still haven't played that. Still gotta play that. Alright. Well, that's the end of the live stream. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it as always. Scorpion, I hope you have a good day. I'm gonna find something to eat. There was something I was craving earlier, but I don't know what it's gonna be now. And then I'll probably do some doodles or something. I don't fucking know. Good night. Bye, Scorpion.